We're just taking a few minutes, people. We'll be on soon.
The Supernatural Dogshit podcast is controversial and confrontational and may cause offense to some. Listener discretion is advised.
Good evening, one. Good evening, all, and welcome to the Supernatural Dogshit podcast. Good evening, lads.
Wow.
Wow.
The world's hardest podcast.
See, we've been letting on that it's the world's hardest podcast, but what actual effort have we put in?
Showing the fuck up.
Fuck all.
So showing up really isn't effort, though, is it?
No, it's not.
It really is.
It's
when you're not a
it's the
single
bare
dude.
minimum.
When you're not a single dude,
It's effort.
it's effort.
Well, in fairness, I was only asleep, as I was saying a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Half an hour ago.
Yep.
Yep.
I was sitting out in my car eating a burger thinking, is this fucker showing up tonight?
Were you praying I wasn't?
Yeah.
You did, didn't you? Yeah. I swear to God, I was actually going, I hope Pierce rings up and says he can't come tonight. And Richie says, then I don't have to come in. Yay, have the night off to myself.
So now we're here for the next 3 fucking hours, guys. Comment in, like and share, talk away to us. You can text or WhatsApp the show on 085 272 7212.
I might read your messages.
He might,
I
if
might.
he's feeling
if I'm
up to it.
feeling it.
Yeah. We have Mr. Harris. I should introduce everybody first
do
of
we
all.
have to know what it is?
Yes,
Boy?
no.
It's the format of
It's
the
the
show.
format
Baldy
of the show. It
1,
has to
Baldy
be done.
2, hairy cunt.
So we have Mr. Ed Harris in studio tonight. Good evening, Ed.
Well,
And we also have Mr. Quinlan, Monsieur.
The donut is present.
We do have
donut.
Mr. Fierce Pox. He's on his way. He's just a late asshole. He's at home at the moment, furiously masturbating.
He's got important Pierce business to attend.
He has Pierce business. What does Pierce business look like?
He goes out putting
know.
earrings on foxes.
Well, imagine like holding up flasks and yeah, maybe.
Never
Pierce
thought that.
Pox.
Oh, now I notice there is something wrong with it.
What?
Do you remember earlier on, I was at the computer and I went, where the fuck did that go? Where did it go?
Yeah.
So, you know the banner that goes across the bottom of the screen?
Yeah.
Disappeared.
Oh well, look, we still got the spinning bug, so we'll be all right.
Yay, it's
Yay,
over.
we got
Looks
the
weird
bug.
though. It's over at Richie's.
You look weird.
You look weird, but I take that off because it does look
No,
weird.
I like it.
No, leave it. Leave it. It's
some
all right.
glitz.
Don't.
Fuck it, we'll do it
at
live.
the break.
So, guys, we
Yes.
no more have racism or hatred in America now that Donald Trump has left the office.
It's gone. It just disappeared.
Racism just disappeared
poof,
overnight.
Overnight.
Poof.
Yeah.
Gone.
Lucky for Biden that it did that.
Yeah, luckily, yeah.
Yeah, no, because there's not going to be a race war whatsoever.
No, and there's no really kind of burnt right wingers. You know, there's
No, there's nobody scoring after all this.
No.
Nobody. Everybody's nice and calm.
Yeah, no, America's just reset back to
Peaceful.
normal happy land. There's no
Yeah,
crisis. There's no.
Did you know?
Oh.
Did I know?
What was Jesus? What was it? Was it Trump? So like 4 years ago, that it was the most peaceful recorded time in American history. So in other words, black and whites were getting on with each other fantastically.
Well, that thanks to Mr. O'Blam Lab,
No. It was thanks to Trump.
Mr. Trump.
Yeah. But racism tensions went down through the floor. Nobody gave a shit about racism anymore. And then Trump got into office, and all of a sudden, racism was an issue.
But see, the thing in America, race, look, it's an issue in America, but it's not here. And I don't like these copycat protests, morons just fall and swoop with it. And I don't like
Can you
these.
give an example of one of those?
Like after the Georgianchenko shooting, where people are like Ireland's systematically racist and having these protests saying
yeah,
Black Lives Matter.
systematically racist.
Can't be.
Why do they use these, short fucking, what do you call that?
Buzzwords.
Buzzwords.
It's copy and paste.
Like
American
systematic. So first of all, I would love
or systemic.
I would love anybody, any Irish person to go, or Irish black person to say to me, it's systematic. I'd go, where? Show me
Or systemic.
where. Because they're just using all of these buzzwords that are coming over, transatlantic fucking assholes, bringing over their shit with them.
No, see what we have here, it's kind of like the attitude is different because coloured people here would be more like coloured people from England's culture would be influencing them more than the American culture would. And you hear the way they talk, and it's all buff ting and man this, and their lingo is.
Do you really think that the
Oh, you feel me,
Americans-
blood?
The younger people like if you look at Balbriggan and the amount of shit that's been going on there the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we grow up saying, "Oh, that's cool," and our parents are like, "What the hell is cool? What's cool mean?"
Yeah, but it was still accepted. It was still normal enough, like.
Not in the couch.
Not on the couch, but like you have young lads now. Is bro. If someone calls me bro, I'm literally like, okay, you don't have 2 fucking brain cells. Go away from me. I like dude, man, lad.
I like brother.
I had to warm up to that. I didn't like it.
I
like
really like
brother.
brother. Brother's really nice because it's universal.
Yes,
When you call a man your brother, you're like
Yeah, you do. You feel welcome
Yeah.
by said person.
and you feel that this person is, it's like the old priest thing. Welcome, brother.
Our lad got a nickname at work, and it followed him around for a couple of decades. But it all happened when he got
Stick
into a
nipples.
row with no, that was my mother's nickname.
Okay.
No, Jesus. No, he got this nickname because
Your father's nickname was Jesus?
No, he got this nickname when he was in a pub one night because he used to stay overnight. He'd stay in hotels and they get dinner in the pub or whatever at the
Okay.
hotel. So he was there one night and this yank turns around to him and calls him Doc.
This yank.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you said shank.
no, a yank.
Okay.
An American. An American?
Okay.
So this American goes and calls him, hey Doc, well, what do you think is on the menu? Me out lad, no tolerance for Americans. Don't call me Doc.
That's it.
So one of the lads overheard this and so called him Doc for 20 odd years.
So if I see your father, can I call him Doc?
He'd probably thump you.
Oh, okay. Your father's a lot cooler than you think he is.
He's cooler than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you keep making out there's this fucking...
I'm telling you, myself and his father and Riz were down in the old studio when it was in the undisclosed location.
Yes.
And we were laughing and joking, having like really filthy talks. You know, like dirty jokes
Yeah.
and shit. And he was like, my dad doesn't do that.
He doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
Riz doesn't lie. He would tell you if I was winding you up.
On
Yeah, he would
4
actually,
occasions in the last year, I've driven out to your old boy's house to borrow a tool and been there for 2 hours, shooting the shit with him.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really cool dude. Ever since he let your man, all that, ever since he got the divorce, he's just cracked out of his shell and became Paddy.
Here, I tell you what, we'll get
get
him
him on.
We'll get him in.
Oh, yeah, put him under pressure.
No, he'd be great, man. Talk about bridges and trains. He'd
No.
go all night.
Bridges and trains. Sounds like an episode of Richard Hammond's Engineering Connections.
When he was divorcing the mother,
Yeah.
and she was, putting out outlandish demands. Now, he cashed in a couple of his pensions and that, and he tried to meet her demands as best he could, right?
Fool.
But he was afraid of her getting the assets, and after the initiate, not long, like a couple of weeks into
He was afraid of
initiating
her
the divorce
getting-
was proceedings, afraid of her getting everything. Because she was
You
out
said
there-
assets.
assets, yeah.
Ah, for a moment I thought you said she was afraid of getting acid.
No,
No,
I thought
this
your
is
father
an
was-
Indian divorce.
Yeah, that's why I thought his father was like in on that whole fucking.
No, Jesus, no.
Shit.
Do you know what
No,
the medical name for that is? When you do that to somebody, it's called committing vitriolage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Did you know?
To vitrify the surface of something is to burn it.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and to burn somebody with acid is to commit
So if, you,
vitriolage.
so if you vitrify a city, you turn it to glass.
Like Dresden.
But anyway, yeah. So he won 1,500 quid in the, on a scratch card or something. He was like, fuck, what am I going to do with this? She'll get rid of it. Oh, I know. Straight into the,
Post office.
no, travel agents down the way. Straight over to Paris. Had a mental jolly up. Got fucked out and barred from a strip joint.
And you
Had
say
some
your
sort-
father's not cool.
Yeah, but like this is the quiet
You didn't lick it off a stone, man.
Catholic fucking
Yeah, but
real
he's been
straight-laced
unleashed.
individual that I'd known all these years. And he's like, you got kicked out of a strip club. Yeah, and then I had an affair with this lady at the newspaper stand. It's like, what?
We should point out that Mr. Harris has a predilection to the unusual sexual behaviours.
What are you on about?
You have unusual sexual taste.
So do I.
Like what?
Whips,
Nothing wrong with that.
chains,
Nothing wrong with that.
bondage.
Nothing wrong with that.
So I do rigging, so what?
My point is, his father, clearly if he is this way, and if his father's patient zero,
I don't really want
I was
to know.
thinking the same fucking thing not too long ago about my own little boy. I was like, where did I get all my traits from?
I'm
I'm a great believer in epigenetics.
I think
Really?
it's both your parents, man.
epigenetics, so hereditary memory.
Not even hereditary memory, but just hereditary instincts.
It would be hereditary memory.
Yeah, but like, you
Technically.
know, an instinct is a hereditary memory to some degree. You know what I mean?
Could you imagine remembering everything your mother and father remembered?
Oh, God.
Do you know they actually proved, well, they tried to prove hereditary memory with mice.
Yeah.
So what they did was, got a maze, put a piece of cheese over here on the left, which was electrified, the one over here on the right, which wasn't. Mammy and Daddy went over, bzzzt, oh fuck, don't touch that. They went over and had the cheese, they had babies. They took the mother and father out after a certain period of time, and the babies knew not to go near the electric cheese.
Well, there you go.
How?
Epigenetics.
Well, maybe Mammy and Daddy Mouse sat them down and had a talk. Now, if you go to that cheese over there, you'll get a bit of a shock.
Could you imagine, like,
Because we're sentient beings, right? Nearly every mammal is a sentient being, as in you need to learn you need to observe and learn to progress. Mm-hmm. But instinct, we're all born with basic mammalian instincts that we all have. We don't even know, but they're completely subconsciously wired into us. You didn't pick that up from nowhere. You inherited it. You had to. You know, like,
yeah, no, I get you. I'm sitting here thinking about what I was watching last night.
What were you watching last night?
I was watching Air Crash Investigation, episode after episode after episode. And I was sitting there for about...
So interesting, isn't it?
I was sitting there for about 6 hours, and eventually I went, why do I feel weird? Like, I was sitting there feeling terribly uncomfortable. Now, I was smoking joints
Yeah.
whilst watching this. And I was going, why do I feel uncomfortable? There's something unusual. I don't feel just right. So I switched over to Mock the Week.
Yay.
And cheap laugh, it's easy watch.
Love Mock the Week.
And I
Especially
just-
when Frankie Boyle's on.
It cheered me up to no end. And I was sitting there going, I feel better now. And then I switched back over to Air Crash Investigation. I started to feel bad again. I was going, why do I feel bad? It's clearly because I'm watching something that, you know, every episode, and 256 people died in this fatal crash.
Yeah.
And they knew what was happening. They could see the mountain coming towards them. And you're going, yeah, that's probably why I felt a bit miserable.
Yeah.
because I don't want to.
It's the worst feeling being scared on a plane, man.
So imagine what these poor bastards must go through.
Yeah, the last 2 flights I got were horrendous.
Malaysian flight MH
1370 or
something like that.
Yeah.
You know, the one that went missing. Did you hear the update on that?
No.
Yeah, so
They found like a tail fin off it or something.
yeah, but they found that tail fin long ago.
Ages ago, yeah.
But the Malaysian government closed it down like a long time ago. They closed down the search. One of the women of the victims went and met with the Prime Minister, the new Prime Minister of Malaysia.
Why does it sound like the plot from Zoolander?
It does actually sound like the plot from Zoolander. But hold on. Blue Steel. Yes. But he met up with your woman. But this guy is 93 years of age, and he used to be the Prime Minister of Malaysia.
Right.
And he's a really decent dude, whereas the other guy that was in before him was a dictator. So now this guy's like, okay, let's open the case back up. Let's share the information that we have, because the government were saying, no, we're not involved in this whatsoever, because the official report, the official outside report, is suicide by the pilot.
That's happened as well with
Yeah.
a German flight, didn't it?
Yeah, German
flight,
wings.
Yeah, he flew into a mountain.
That's right. So they actually found in his flight simulator at home the exact path that the plane took.
Oh.
Yes, they said that there was a suicide note found, but the government's hid it because this is owned. The airline is owned by the government,
Gotcha.
so it's a complete another
It's a
cover
state
up.
asset, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a cover up, and they don't want people thinking that their pilots are flying them into the middle of the fucking ocean.
But when people talk about cover-ups, I always like to do the one scenario with them. Right, you're in charge.
What do you do?
What you've a lot to lose. It's so much easier to try and cover this up now and put it to bed now, and then save all this time, money, effort, blah blah blah. Most people.
But surely the truth is easier for people to accept.
No.
If the government turned around and said, okay, we found a suicide note. Yeah, he was nuts. We're going to put things into place to make sure that this doesn't happen again, like fucking a second pilot with a gun or something. I don't know. Something.
Mrs. hits the screen and the plane goes down anyway.
Something rather than nothing. I would accept that quicker. It's once they start to hide stuff, you can never trust them.
No, but the problem is once you've started with a lie, you have to go to the bitter end with it.
Do you?
With that on when it's on that scale.
Or just throw your hands up and go, okay. Yeah.
It's a hard one. But everything's covered up.
No, well, actually, mother and baby homes, that's what we were going to talk about this evening. And believe it or not, I was all week, I was thinking to myself, how can we talk about the mother and baby homes? Because usually it has to be some sort of debate. And there's not one of us in this room who...
We've no
are going
pony
to-
in the race, man.
Yeah, but we're not going to disagree with each other on it. What happened was despicable, it was horrible, it was a bunch of lies and a
heinous.
bunch of shitheads
Yeah.
who got away with literally murder.
But it was on the scale, it was in like the human trafficking. Like, that was modern day and that was opened up and
But
called.
do you think it was as dingy as we're making it out to be?
What you
What?
mean?
Like that whole, feeling about the whole thing, like cloak and dagger,
Yeah.
or is it just a case of the times?
It's both. It's both. It can be as bad as you want it to be. Nothing is worse than a septic tank full of dead babies, man, in my opinion. Nothing is worse.
Yeah,
Yes,
to be
there
honest.
is. 2 septic tanks.
Well, there's multiples.
There's
How
multiple.
many haven't been found? How many were successfully covered? There was what do you call it? It was like a girls' industrial school. It was the same thing along the lines of Magna Laundry's mother baby homes, but it was a convent
Where?
in Cavan in 1906. I think it was 1906. It was very early turn of the second last century.
Why is 1906 so famous?
I don't know, but there was a fire, and the girls weren't evacuated from the dormitory because the head nun thought it would be indecent for them to be seen outside in their night dresses.
And they all burned to death.
They all burnt to death.
Lovely.
Well, no, they died from smoke and then burned to death. 36 young girls.
So evil or a product of their time?
Evil by nature of being a product of their time.
So can we blame them? Wholeheartedly can we blame them? Can we blame priests, nurses?
I'd blame
them.
the
Priests, nuns.
If it's an organisation, it goes up to the very top. The whole organisation is to blame.
Not all the
from
time.
the top.
My
From the
mother
top.
was in a secondary school, and it was a boarding school run by the nuns, and she says it was every bit as horrible as that. I mean, they used to
Just they got to go home.
beat the absolute... No, she didn't get to go home.
She
She,
in
was there for a
boarding
while
school?
till she ran away. She ran away from school, ran up to Dublin, got a job when she was a teenager, like 14, 15, something like that.
That would definitely explain her craziness and her ways.
Well, I don't know. A lot of her family don't know where a lot of that came from.
I'd say being bet by nuns would do it. But do you know any man in his 50s in this country that wasn't bet senseless by a priest?
No.
I can't name one.
Actually, I have a really funny story.
I was bet senseless by nuns in primary school there.
I was bet senseless by teachers. I went to Mary Queen of Angels in Ballyfermot. Now, I was in the school in Clondalkin for a long time, but I got expelled from that school for stealing from my teacher £40 out of his jacket pocket. And I got expelled from that school, put into this
Back in the 50s, that was a lot of money.
That was a lot of fucking money. But the teacher that I got, his name was... Oh, fuck, what was his name? It'll come back to me in a while. But he was my father's teacher when he was a kid. And he used to beat the shit out of my father. He's looking for something, ashtray. He used to beat the shit out of my father as well, the same teacher. Mr. Moriarty was his name.
Moriarty, jeez.
And one day I was in school and I had a terrible habit of smiling at people or laughing when I was being given out to. And my nickname was Smiley. So one day the teacher was giving out shit to me and he said to me, is that the only face you have or something like that? And I gave him a smart arse answer. He picked me up from the chair. There was a freestanding blackboard. He threw me through the blackboard, then dragged me outside the classroom and threw me down 2 flights of stairs, concrete flights of stairs, not running this nice carpeted stairs.
Yes.
And as I came down, ba-dum, stood up, my mother and father walked in the door.
Amazing.
Right in the door. And my father started shouting at my mother, don't hit him, don't hit him, don't hit him. To my mother about the teacher. My father walked over in front of all of the pupils, grabbed him by the scruff, and gave him a Ballyfermot handshake. Straight into the fucking nose, and his poof all over the place.
Your mother was saying don't hit him.
My father was saying to my mother, don't hit him, because she's usually the fucking one with the temper.
Yeah.
But my father then lost his temper and headbutted him.
Maybe he was just like, no, she's too weak. I need to hit him.
The following day, he retired.
Very nice.
He retired. But the kids, it was the best thing you'll ever hear. It was a unified whoa! When the teacher got a headbutt. It was like everybody was cheering for this. It was awesome.
That's class.
But yeah, that was the school that I was in. We got the shit bet out of us. We had our headmaster had a bamboo shoot who used to but didn't bother us.
Yeah, but like, isn't it so like weird the way these dudes who are in charge of children, their only means of control was
violence.
to beat the fucking shit out of people like they meant nothing. Where did that culture come from in the church?
It's subservient culture.
Like, I am the master, you will obey. But it's like these guys, the way religion works, we're all in charge because God said so.
Yeah, but it probably came from that time, you know, there was the Great Schism and the church split. And you had the Orthodox Church and you had the
The
Catholic
Great
Church.
what?
Schism. The Great Division in it.
It was one church. Like,
So it was one
time.
church and then it broke into different...
Did it?
Yeah. And it
In
was,
Ireland?
No, over in the Vatican. It was all to do with, you know, the likes of the Borgias buying themselves up into the papacy and, you know, all sorts of corruption. You could buy reparations, so, you know, you'd slip the priest a few pound there and whatever, that'd guarantee your place into heaven.
Yeah.
Like
give a couple of young boys.
Big stately houses would have a hermit living on the land.
Oh,
and
yeah, they'd
he
hire
was
a guy.
absolving their sins for them. It was his job to absolve them of their sins, so he'd live a life of misery on their land and be like, oh, he's doing penance for us.
Nice.
Dress them up in rags and
Oh,
stuff
God, that's
like
what
that
we should
and
do.
Yeah.
Impoverish them.
We should get like a hermit to live with us all and just let him take the fucking flak for all of our
Yeah,
sins.
his name is Riz.
Yeah, okay. I'm okay with that.
I was actually expecting me to get that title. There.
No,
Oh,
man.
thanks.
You just give up and quit and bitch at us.
You know, what I'm actually thinking here is, because I was so late coming on to the podcast, usually what I would do is I would get up out of bed, very first thing, walk into the kitchen, stick the kettle on, make myself a cup of coffee and have a cigarette. That's my morning routine.
Most of us would have the same.
And then after that, the coffee kicks in, stomach kicks in, and it's pooping time.
Yes.
So you have to go and have a poop. That's my routine.
He's
So my routine has
fastest
been
poop in the
broken.
West.
Right.
I have been drinking. I'm drinking my coffee, and I've had my cigarette.
It's pooping time.
So it's pooping time, and I can feel the blah, 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 happening now, as if to say, okay, this is usually where you're sitting on the toilet having shit.
Yeah.
So live, for your viewing pleasure, Aiden's gonna fill his pants.
So we've only got 25 minutes left before I can have a poop.
Yeah.
Fill that time. Quick, go, Richie.
You know what's really good?
What?
the act of peristalsis.
What's that now?
That's when your body moves the waste through your digestive tract, like from here to your butthole. Is where peristalsis occurs.
Okay.
And you know where the muscle walls inside your intestine go like whoop, whoop, whoop,
Yeah.
and they push the poo out. It's an amazing process.
Well, the whole thing of the whole thing of pushing the poo out. If you can get, what's the name of that condition where if you have too much greasy food, when your gut is actually pulling the poop down, it's too greasy and the poop gets stuck.
Constipation.
No. It literally gets stuck, and it'll get stuck in there for weeks.
Oh,
Yeah, so there'll be pockets of little bits of poop there that are there for weeks because they just
it's too greasy.
What is the name of it? It's not endometriosis. What's endometriosis?
Endometriosis is when like you know when a woman has her time every month.
Yeah, but that's what's going through my head.
Yeah, well, it's where the blood builds up to make the lining to make it all fertile for when an egg that's been fertilized hits the wall and it grows into the baby and that becomes a placenta. But what endometriosis is, but that build up every month builds up in the wrong spot.
So where the fuck did I get endometriosis?
I don't know. You're just obsessed with the word because it sounds smart.
It does sound smart, does it? I am so smart.
SMRT.
What the hell is the name of it? Not gastroenteritis.
Gastroenteritis is an inflammation and infection from dirty
And
water.
really smelly farts.
The worst.
The worst
It
smelly
literally
farts.
smells like sewage.
But you know when you have gastroenteritis, you can smell it.
You can smell it, yeah.
I've literally had gastroenteritis maybe twice in my life, and the first time I had it, I was in my mother's and I let it fart, and she goes, "You have gastroenteritis." And I was like, "What, Dr. Phil?" I said, how the fuck do you know? She said I could smell it. I was like, "Okay, fair enough." I went to the doctor and I did have it, so now I know the smell.
I had it once before. It was at the Awakened Dominion video shoot in the car park. And everyone's like, "Oh, what's the smell of sewer?" And I was too ashamed to admit I've been farting and belching all like I burped, and someone's like, "Oh, who farted?" And I was like, "Oh."
Was it that eggy?
Yeah. But it tasted like sewage.
I'm trying to think of the name of what. 085 2727 212.
That thing when you eat greasy food and you can't shit.
Yes. I know that my aunt had it, and I did have it as well when I was eating too much takeaway food. You should be getting this.
No, I don't eat too much.
Yeah, you know, once is too much, apparently.
Yeah, but like, fuck them.
It's a horrible sickening.
I smoke cigarettes. That should be my primary concern for something to stop doing rather than eating a burger every now and again.
Any text or WhatsApp coming in there? No?
Yeah, there is. I have a comment there from Daniela Lingy. She says, "Nice to see Ed back."
Oh,
Thank you, Daniela, for lovely free food.
And then we've got Saggy.
Hi, Sago.
He's there. Hey guys. And we've got Megan. Sup, bitches. Ballyfermot and handshakes, says Meg.
yes.
And
Smiley
then we've
face
got
emoji.
Stuart Hayes, a man I've not seen or heard of in a while. And he's like, "Did you hear about the outlet in Cork about his nickname, Small Dog? Small Dog. His real name was Jack Russell."
Class. Amazing.
Could you imagine being really called Jack Russell?
That's class.
But Jack Russell, of all the dogs, is the prick of the dogs.
No.
He is.
No.
Trust me, as a delivery driver, have a story. Actually, we should get around to...
The Pomeranian is the prick of the
Did
dogs.
anybody do anything interesting? I'm going to go first on this. Usually I don't. Because I will forget. Yes, because I will
on
forget. Oh no, I told this last week.
What?
I told this week. The whole pain in the neck and the delivery driver massaging me at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told this story.
How is your
Boo.
neck? Unfortunately,
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. I don't think it was a creak in my neck though. I genuinely think it was some sort of infection.
Or nerve.
No, I tell you why. Because the nerve would be just on one side. It spread to the other side.
Oh.
So literally, I had the pain going down from the back of my ear on the other side into my shoulder blade, right across the back.
Yeah, it's your malcurium malformation then.
But when I was breathing in, and if you put your arms up, you know, when the lungs inflate completely, it's like, oh, fuck pain. Yeah, so it could be the fact that I'm just dying slowly.
Yes. Yes.
Remember that song, Falling Slowly?
Yes.
Yeah, mine is dying slowly.
We're all dying slowly, unfortunately.
Yeah, from the moment we're born, we're dying. Somebody argued with me. You argued.
Yeah, no, I think it's from about 21 on.
While you're dying.
21 or 24 for a female. Yeah.
At what age do you think life starts going downhill?
31.
I'd say 7. At 7, it starts to become miserable. No, when you first find out that there's no Mr. Claus.
Yeah, that's it. Because the
magic is gone.
your innocence is gone. Yeah.
And no Tooth Fairy, no Easter Bunny, blah, 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 blah. I never believed in any of the other stuff, but Santa was like, yeah.
No, I wholeheartedly believed in everything I was told. I was like, yeah.
Like, did you believe in that? What was those forts called that when we were kids we learned about them in school? something to do with fairies and
fairy forts.
ring forts or
Ring forts. Yeah.
Fairy forts, yeah. You gotta say hello to the fairies or they'll steal your shit.
Yeah, you're supposed to, but some people like were damaged. The what were they called?
Well, changelings.
No,
Yeah.
what was that fairy ring, fairy something?
fairy
or
Fairy fort. A fairy ring.
no,
yeah.
there's something else. It's a really
That's what it
specialized
is.
name. But if you wreck one of those, like you'll have bad luck for the rest of
Oh,
your
well,
life.
like a chronog or something, is it?
No, Cronog was a structure.
Is it?
Yeah. It's like an old ass fucking.
I'm assuming chronog is an Irish word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a tree built with a moat around it.
A mott.
Mott and Bailey or moat.
Oh, Mott and Bailey was the way they built the buildings. Aha, which was mud and stick.
No, that was
No,
Wattle and
that's
Daub.
Wattle and Daub.
Ah, fuck.
Ha! We're fucking smart.
Mottle and Dub.
Mott and Bailey was the. It was like there was kind of there was a ring down the bottom of it,
Yeah.
and that was like the community in the marketplace, and then you had like it'd go up an incline up towards the Bailey,
Yeah, it was
which
like
the castle up
prioritising
the top.
areas and like staging protection.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So
A Cronog was like a tree house built out on a lake.
that's right. Yeah.
I'm writing here during break.
Google Cronog.
Slag Ed. Because I have a really good joke. You said Mott and Bailey, yeah? M-O-T and Bailey. I have a good. I can't on the air because.
Yes, everyone, please. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, wait while he
Yeah,
takes the time to write
I
down notes
can't
on how he's going to insult
take
me.
the piss out of you.
Because he needs to put
It's
in
a
homework
really-
anytime he wants
It's
to
a
do
really
it.
good joke. I
Anyway.
guarantee you, if I was allowed to do this joke on air, if he wasn't such a snowflake little bitch about
Yeah,
it.
right. Well, look, we'll see. But
Thanks for totally discrediting that there, Richie. That would just move straight on.
I'm just waiting
Yeah,
for the
well.
ad break and getting to hear the burn. That's all I'm waiting for. That's all I'm
on.
waiting for.
Bet.
Did you poo yourself?
yeah, it smells that way.
Soiled.
Can you get it?
Yeah, my daughter shit her pants real hard earlier.
Oh.
Real bad. Like, I just pulled down her trousers and it fell out went on the floor. I was like,
Nice!
Whoa!
So
I was like, holy shit, you got a little bono there.
Have you ever changed your daughter's nappy and there's a man log in the
Oh,
nappy?
my kids, man, I don't know which one of them it is, but one of them lays logs. I mean, logs. Rods from God, man.
Sure, I was taking a piss out my little one the other day. I was like, well, you know, we were giving out about the fact we were running out of toilet paper. And I was like, well, you know, there's 4 smelly man arses in this house.
And she's going,
You know, she sat with it. We were having breakfast the next morning. Then she thought, like, hang on, who's the 4th smelly man arse? I was like, you gobshite.
That one kept her up. She was saying,
all night the child was going, 4. 1, 2, 3. I had to ask.
probably
her
living in
morning.
fear. Is there another guy in this house I don't know about?
Probably getting up in the dead of night searching the
Nathan
attics.
is in the attic.
Wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me. Pests get in anywhere.
They do. They do.
The only reason he's going to be in the attic is if we have him up there and there's someone on the way to collect him.
Have you ever gone into an attic during the summer?
Yes.
And have you ever gone into somebody else's attic during the summer
Yes.
where the attic is literally yay high?
Yes.
And you have to crawl through it, and there's 6 bajillion spiders
Yes,
and
I've
webs.
I've been in worse.
You
attics.
have, but you can't, but you
talk
can't
about it.
tell people
Can't
why.
tell people.
So,
Yeah.
anyway,
Anyway.
we're on the inside joke.
What I would like to talk about for the next however long is we're going to pick.
You're way too formal these days, by the way.
Yeah. We're going to pick
See?
which country America's going to invade next because we find they have a new president and they're going to go to war with somebody. Let's guess who it's going to be.
Iran.
I'm putting in a 3-1 shot on Iran and a 4-1 shot on something China related.
I guarantee you it's not going to be any country that we're thinking of. It's going to be any country that's way too obvious they're not going to pick on.
They're going to
It's gonna be
invade
one of the
Finland.
South American
Yeah,
countries.
something like Finland.
Invade Finland, turn around to the Russians and be like, ha, we did it.
Yeah, no, they'll invade not for oil anymore because there's such a push for electric cars. They're going to be invading places rich in cobalt and
They don't need
lithium
to.
and
They
stuff
don't
like
need to.
that.
They already own all those places. It's
When
all
was the
in
last
Africa.
time? When was the last time that a country was invaded?
Oh, Jesus.
Successfully invaded and
Successfully
taken over.
last year when China invaded Hong Kong.
Oh,
They took that shit right back.
China.
Taiwan. Taiwan's not recognized anymore by anybody because China took it.
What?
Yeah.
When?
You will not get a news reporter to say the words Taiwan.
When?
Last year.
So was there like a battle?
No.
Why didn't we hear about this? What
Because
was like
it's China.
It was like a
What,
passive
did they just go in and
takeover.
like
Yeah.
annex it or something?
Annexed it, yeah.
Okay, so annexed it is what?
Annex is going, mine.
Yeah, pretty much.
And there's nothing.
Is that how easy it is?
That's how easy
That's
it
how
is.
you annex somewhere. It's like a warless takeover.
Oh, I need to start annexing people.
But like, no, remember there was a massive deal when Russia annexed Crimea. That was like the 16th time they'd annexed Crimea in the last 1,000 fucking years.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think
They've
they'll
been
ever be
fighting
happy
over
with
that
it.
for time immemorial.
Why? What's in it anyway? What are you
It's Russia's, and that's that.
All right, fair enough.
Access to the Baltic Sea,
Cold War and all that.
yeah, and the Black Sea.
Yay or nay?
Nay.
Yeah, we've 20 minutes to fill. You seemed like you had loads to say there, and then you just kind of dropped off.
Aiden, sometimes I use.
I was
big
waiting
words
for the
don't
rest of you to
understand, so I
throw
can
in
sound
your
more
guesses for
photosynthesis.
countries America's going to invade now that they have a new president and need to start a new war.
Okay, sorry. What was that?
So someone has texted in.
Yes.
And he has said, sometimes, Aiden, sometimes I too like to use big words to make me sound more interesting.
Okay.
It really improves my photosynthesis.
Who said that?
Frank.
I should have guessed.
Oh, yes. Every time. Frankie, I have a big ass mirror for you and a fire extinguisher. I'd be round. Oh, and there's a page on Facebook if anybody is listening. It's if you're a guy that thinks he's in pretty good mental health condition and would like to help others, or if you're a guy in need of talking to some dudes,
Yeah.
if you're isolated, there's a page called The Band of Brothers.
Let's do that.
What?
Last Tuesday, gone. We were supposed to talk about the mother and baby homes tonight, but meh, and all of that. And last week, or this week, I had said to you guys, we've never actually
Done
really-
a mental health talk. Yeah.
So maybe that's what we should make tonight about, because we did write on a let's have some crack. So let's cheer people up. Let's have some crack. There's
Yeah.
no specific topic, but let's delve in and out of the whole.
Yeah, meander.
You know, yeah. If you're depressed or psychiatric issues and blah blah blah.
There's nothing worse than depression.
Oh, I
There
know.
is
Yeah, the
Yeah,
carry.
being
I
depressed
suppose.
with AIDS.
I suppose.
Like that would be
Being depressed and wealthy, I get you. But it's never a nice place to be for anybody. We've all been there.
yes.
I know 5 or 6 people who've never been depressed. They genuinely cannot empathize with people who have depression.
But can you notice depression
No. It's very hard to see.
in other people? I'm talking about.
So I can tell when people are having a hard time and people are down.
See,
but spotting depression is a very hard thing to do.
The problem is, I had a relation of mine. I can't give too many details, but somebody belonging to them died in a very tragic way, and this person was very sad. For a year, they were sad and they couldn't get over why this person done what they done. So you can tell what it's about.
yeah.
And people were saying to me, "Oh, he's depressed. He's depressed. He's depressed." I'm like, "No, you morons. He's not depressed. He's sad." Start trying to, we can tell the difference between sad and depressed.
Yeah.
Depressed is not being able to get up out of bed in the morning and face your daily tasks and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And it's a certain feeling that you have when you're depressed.
Yeah.
When somebody dies, everybody's going to go through sadness.
Yeah, it's part of the 7 stages.
Yeah, and this is one, actually, I have a bit of a new pet peeve, by the way, which is the rejigging of words. Using words that we have been using for years to
Misappropriation.
yes, misappropriation, to describe one thing, and this is what it means, and the dictionary definition of is this, and then now people are hijacking these words, using them for something else.
Yeah, no, but there's also like this whole attention-seeking thing, and there's a lot of younger people do it where it's kind of to be cool now. Everybody has to have anxiety and depression. of some
What is
form.
the story with that? That was actually South Park
Yeah.
done an episode on that. Everybody has to be depressed. Everybody has to be anxious. Blah 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 blah.
It's
What-
literally like looking at small children. It's monkey see, monkey do.
But what the hell ever happened to exposure therapy? If a child is afraid of something, expose them to it little by little until they haven't got a fear of it anymore. Or not even if they haven't
That's
got
what I
a
was
fear,
doing
but
with
they
my
have the
daughter
tools
yesterday.
to build to
My youngest.
attack these things.
I turned off all the lights and she had a torch, and I showed her. You can see when you have a torch, and she's not scared of shit. She's not scared of the dark now.
Right.
Because she can play around in the dark with her torch. And I turned the torch off and she was in the dark on her own. And she was just, where's my torch? She wasn't scared. The rest of them were shitting at the dark.
But exposure therapy works.
Yeah.
Unless it's for something like sharks.
Yeah, no.
Something
Yeah.
really ridiculous.
Or explosions.
Well, you could
It's
just
getting
keep.
closer and closer and closer.
I wonder, is there such a phobia of explosions?
I think it's called being self-preservation.
We're all trying to think about
Self-preservation, I think.
No, but we're all trying to think of a word there for like a phobia, like arachnophobia. So what would be an explosion phobia?
Explosia.
A phobia.
Who knows, man?
Yeah, but the reappropriating, is that what it is? Misappropriation of words these days is really pissing me off because I've been watching somebody on TV.
Takes the value away from the word.
I will see, like, Niall Boylan was on that show and the black chick turned around and said, "Oh, white privilege," and I go,
"Oh my god, you
fucking
stop!"
asshole.
But this white privilege thing, like, that's the most cancerous fucking buzzword ever.
that and feminism.
No. See, feminism is a real
Feminism
thing.
is cancerous.
No. Feminism is a real thing.
Feminism
First and second wave.
was a real thing.
No. I'd
Was.
still say there's parts of the world now that could do with a bit of feminism.
Yeah, like Nigeria.
Yeah. No, like really, like, you know, underdeveloped third world
Yeah,
countries.
but let's talk about us as a society.
But that's my problem. That's my gripe with modern feminism. Is like, why don't you go and liberate those women? Why are you here giving out to Sandra for not fucking siding with your crazy, unbased argument?
And women crying.
No, women can cry.
No, women crying pisses me off. I tell you why.
Something women do, man.
But they cry at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
It's like they're in a musical.
Because they're the nurturing part of our species.
Over ridiculous
Yes,
things.
because
Like,
they're more
I mean,
emotionally in tune than we are.
I have literally seen women cry over the stupidest of things, and I literally want to say to them, "Are you fucking retarded, slow in the head? Why are you crying?"
Because they're sensitive. Yeah, that's women.
Well, I don't know. I got a certain thing just from the crazy women I grew up with, and I
And
just
crazy women you keep bringing back to share your life with you.
I'm a train wreck. We all know I'm going to marry a stripper someday or whatever. It's going to all end. in
Please
tears.
God, that'll be a great wedding.
That will be a great wedding. But how and ever.
You let something drop there.
Just let the iPad drop or whatever it is, the tablet. Anyway, but yeah, no, I mean, they would do that. They'd cry for all sorts of things, and they'd cry instead of having a compelling argument. They'd cry instead. Oh, look how upset you've made your sister or your mother or whatever.
That's what happens.
And as a result of that, just because I was seeing it, that system used and abused, I get people crying because they're upset. I genuinely do. I understand that. But like people that cry
At the drop of a hat.
at the drop of a hat,
Oh, crocodile
I
tears.
will
Yeah,
never take
people
them
that
serious.
use it as a part of their arsenal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, because I was watching the other day, and I'm going to show you this before you leave tonight, by the way. There's a Stephen Crowder video.
Now, come here. If it's Stephen Crowder raining and pissing on people's parades.
No, this is some. He was on a college campus doing a Change My Mind, and he asked the question, rape culture is a myth. Change my mind.
No, rape culture was real.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
No. It wasn't real amongst the working class. Rape culture,
Ah,
it was more of a Hollywood thing.
We
It was
ha-
behind closed doors. You look at the likes of those.
we have an answer for a fear of explosions.
Get ahead.
It is acrixophobia.
What?
Acrixophobia.
Crixophobia.
Crixia?
Can I read that?
EKRIXI phobia.
Let me.
Acrixophobia, and that is from your brother.
Oh, thanks, Derek. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
From the Greek word agrixi, meaning explosion.
Crixophobia.
What were we saying?
We're talking about rape culture.
Yeah, so rape
Harvey
culture.
Weinstein. I'm a man in power. I'm going to now abuse my power to use
Okay,
you.
so let's everything that we can discuss, like rape culture, of course, does exist somewhere in some very small form.
but not to the thing that we're all pre-programmed rapist machines. That they, like the Gillette ad would be pointing out to, like, no, bro, don't go rape that girl. You know what I mean? Stop with your bullshit.
Okay.
And I'm sick of marketing teams just hopping on every little social trend. We need to make college inaccessible to people again.
Well, see this. Yes, we do.
To put
We
some
do.
inherent value back into
Yes,
it.
we do. But the whole thing about rape culture, these days, most men that I know, actually all men that I know, disagree with rape.
Yeah, I know
Every one of them.
Nearly every guy I know that if you laughed and joked about raping someone,
They wouldn't find it funny.
No.
they'd break your fucking face.
Absolutely. I know
Yeah.
one or two guys who literally I wouldn't joke about that stuff in front of because they would hit you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look at even rapists in prison have to be separated from the general population because even the scumbag criminals hate them.
Yep.
So there's a
I don't
culture
call
of
it, they're not scumbag
acceptance.
criminals because there's dudes up there who refuse to pay
I know,
the
I'm
TV
talking about
license and told the
murderers.
judge to fuck
No,
them.
I'm talking about murderers.
Yeah.
I'm talking about dangerous assholes who have done really shitty things like robbing old women.
Yeah.
they hear a guy raped a woman and they're like, well, we're going to beat your ass because that's a step too far.
Do you know, I once had a couple of pints with an axe murderer, and it was the best crack ever.
Did you know he was an axe murderer?
Not on the first pint. We were in the stables, bar Mullingar. This is circa 2010, 2011.
Okay.
Me and the boys all drinking away, and there was a boxing machine in there. And you remember that you hit it and it goes up to 999. And we were getting like 998s and 997s having the crack. And then this traveller dude comes up and he goes, puts down €50. I'll buy you a drink for the night if you can hit the same with your left. And I was like, all right. Boom, hit the left, 997, turn around. He was like, oh, well, here we go. Over to the bar, hip, pints of Guinness, sitting down, drinking away. He had a big M tattooed on the side of his head. And I was like,
Murderer?
What's the M for? He goes, that's for me name, Mikey. I'm Mikey the Pikey, boxing lad. And I was like, Jesus, great, chatting away to him forever. And it's like, Jesus, never met you, Mullingar. You know, you'd know most of the characters around the town at this stage. He goes, no, I only just got out of Portlaoise. And I was like, what? And he said, yeah, I did 8 years in Portlaoise for murdering a man with an axe. I went, did you know him? He goes, yeah, he was my brother-in-law.
Oh, jeez.
I says, why did you murder him with an axe? He says, we moved down to a new camp. And I came home early one night, and I could hear a whole heap of screaming up in the far trailer. So I went up to the trailer, and your man had 10 kids in there stripped naked, tied up, and he was raping them one by one in front of each other. And Mikey caught wind of this, because he was looking in the window at it, like. And he ran back, first thing he found was a brand new sharp axe. Chopped in the door and then chopped your man up in front of the kids with the axe.
Well, no, that was a mistake to do it in front of the kids.
He just lost it, he said.
No, I understand that. And do you know what? The other night when we were talking about your woman going to your man's door and stabbing him.
Yeah.
See, that I don't understand, your woman stabbing your man at the door, because it had nothing to do with her.
Oh, yeah.
That, where I can totally understand.
Because it's in the heat of the moment.
The moment, absolutely. I can understand what he done there.
I would never judge a man for murdering somebody under those circumstances.
No,
I
couldn't. But there's not a single person that would.
No, there was a judge.
A judge.
8 years.
A judge. Yeah, but morally.
Even 8 years for that, like.
No, but even, like, morally, I don't think there's a person that would judge him. Unless you were a fucking pedo.
Yeah. Or one of these, you know, these people that they literally have to have fringe opinions on everything.
Everything.
The 0.001% comes to the forefront in every argument as a weapon.
That's kind of me, though. You're describing me.
Yeah, you're one of those assholes,
I am
Aiden.
one of those assholes.
But you know, no, but like, I'm a professor of social science in NUIG, and I just think this is very offensive. You know those people?
Yes. So, the whole Stephen Crowder thing, what I was telling you about that was, this girl came over and she...
said, Stephen Crowder, you're an asshole, pay your staff.
Actually, kind of that way. She was walking past and she'd start doing the whole, oh, you're a fucking asshole, blah, 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 and then decided to sit down and have a conversation with him. And she was screaming, I was raped on this campus, And he said, okay, but I'm not saying rape doesn't exist. I'm saying rape culture doesn't exist. That in general, here it doesn't exist.
See, you have to know there's different parts of the world.
Do you think it exists on college campuses? I
think in early 90s America, when you had the fraternity culture, there was rape culture.
1 in 1,000 women on college campuses were raped. 1 in 1,000.
You have to remember how safe a college campus is.
They went around and they started saying that 1 in 4 was raped on college campuses. And this was the new thing that everybody was saying, 1 in 4 women. There was a girl called Mattress Girl that went around with a mattress strapped to her back on one of the college campuses because she was raped and nothing was done about it.
But you see these women at those protests wearing nothing, they're like still not asking for it.
It then came out about a year later that she lied her ass off. She had to go to the police and tell them she was lying because this guy was going to go to fucking prison.
The amount of dudes who went to prison for false rape accusations as well, like.
Yeah, but
the believe all women thing.
In general, I have never seen a rape culture. I have never been told by one of my male friends, rape's grand.
No,
don't worry about
it. There's rape culture in India. There's rape culture in Pakistan.
Dude, we're talking about in general, the civilized Western world.
Right, but you have to remember the numbers in that country outruns the numbers in most of the Western world. So if you're just going on populace alone, there's definitely a predominant rape culture. But my problem is those people don't get called out because they're not white.
Well, I don't know.
There's a general demonization of the white man in the media at the minute. Even if you see him with Joe Biden's inauguration thing, he's like, we're going to promote LGBT-owned businesses, Hispanic-owned businesses, black-owned businesses, but never said white-owned businesses. And you're like,
no. Yeah,
in 1993, there was a picture of you standing side to side, the leader of the Ku Klux Klan. And then everybody goes on saying Donald Trump is the leader of the Ku Klux Klan.
He called young teen black boys super predators.
Who,
Like,
Biden?
Biden. Super predators.
But then the crime stats to back it up.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, they
Yeah,
did.
I can't disagree. But he still called a group of young boys super predators, which should, take away the black vote. Yeah, I know you didn't.
I was wondering why you were doing that.
Yeah, you made a mistake, Richie.
Yeah, I was thirsty.
I was going to tell you, but no,
no.
fuck that.
But,
no, let me get
yeah,
back
you
to
forget
Crowder.
back to your Crowder, yeah.
So he had a really good conversation. No, he didn't. She was spewing it all over him. I was raped. So he ends up giving her a load of stats. And
Well, that's when they turn around and walk away.
no. This is the crying thing. She started to cry because she knew she lost the argument at that point. So she turned on the waterworks, started calling the police over, saying, he's not invited here, get him out of here, start flipping out on camera. And I'm like, you fucking asshole. You have zero argument. She had no argument.
Yeah.
He won, hands down. And what she turned to was her arsenal of emotions.
Yeah.
And this is why I go, women with your emotions, fuck off. You're making things worse.
You can't say all women, though.
No, you
No,
can't
you
say
can't.
all women. But what I can say is, I know in my life, I've seen every one of the women in my life cry.
Yeah. If
But
you're around a woman
not every woman in my life has seen me cry.
Because men are different. Women are different. We're two halves to make up one whole. Mm-hmm. You can't expect them to be the same as you.
Like, I have genuinely seen women cry because they couldn't fit in their clothes, and you're like, so?
Yeah, but that's women. That's the way they are.
Look, here, you can't fit in your clothes? Here's a problem solver for you. Either lose weight or buy a bigger fucking pair of jeans.
Yes, but they're emotional beings.
Stop with their emotions.
No, you just stop.
Do you notice how
It's making things awkward.
It is. You're making it awkward now because I'm like, Aiden, you're going to get nowhere in life if everything's a fucking problem.
But you notice
But it's not a problem. They're the...
It's them, it's not me.
Exactly.
Hold on now. Women do get
Their periods.
obviously. They do get all sorts of things sold to them through the media and through capitalism. You
Because
know
they're stupid.
what?
They're stupid. They sell to women. See, you know this, that the women drive the market.
So you're
Yeah.
just
So-
you're just standing up now and
Look-
saying women are stupid.
Yes,
That-
I am.
That's
yeah.
going to go a long
women,
way.
Yeah, women drive the market. And you look at the amount of advertising that's on TV, which is just fucking dumb beyond dumb. That's aimed at women.
Right.
Now, in fairness,
Well, shut your argument down.
men are advertised to as if we're autistic boys.
Because we are.
Because we have to have like the super cool stuff. It was Dara O'Brien done the sketch.
Something for the dads.
Where he done the sketch about the Gillette.
Yeah.
He said it can't be just a razor. He said it's the fusion power stealth. Like all of those bywords just mashed together, and that's how we're sold to. But women are sold to on a very emotional level.
Yeah.
It's very easy to fool a woman.
This will better your life. This will make you better than that other woman.
What is it?
Yeah.
And
cup
women
of
are the
coffee.
most judgmental
They are.
towards each other.
But you have to remember, right? You're saying women are stupid, right? You are someone who is
One
slowly.
degree.
You are someone who is slowly dying. So you will be seeking the help of medical professionals on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that the reason you're still alive is because there's some woman who does her job very good in the healthcare field. The majority of the best healthcare practitioners are women.
Yeah. They hold
Okay.
the market for that.
And
in
as
education.
much as you hate women, you came out of one. One produced you.
No, I don't hate women. I don't hate them. I just they irritate me. The fact of the matter
Really?
is, most doctors are actually men, not women. But in the caring profession, so we're talking about nurses, for teachers maybe.
My GP is a woman.
We're top
That's
of the hour.
the first
just to let you
time
know.
I've had a female doctor, and is the best doctor I've ever. I call her action doctor because no matter what happens, she will do it. I had to get hemorrhoids cut out, and she's like, I can send you away for surgery. It'll be 9 weeks to get your operation. It'll be about €1,500, or you can bite down and I'll cut them out of you now. And I was like, let's do it.
Can I get her number?
No, she won't take you. It's hard enough to get me in there.
But see, of course, there are very clever women out there. But you even look at doctors in a spectrum of doctors. Here's the doctors. The amount of doctors I've met in my life where I'm going, I'm putting my life in your hands. You're clearly a dumb bastard.
Yeah.
Like they know nothing outside of the field.
Yeah, because
Of
it
medical
takes
care.
so much of their time and concentration.
But they know nothing. The way
It's
I
like a
gauge,
sacrifice.
The way I gauge people. Now, of course, we need people who specialize in fields. But the way I gauge people is the doomsday effect. I'm saying if there was a zombie apocalypse tomorrow,
Who am I putting in the van?
who's surviving? Like, who do you think you'll see in 5 years' time? I think I might see Evan in 5 years' time.
Yeah.
Because he'd be down in his house.
I don't think
with
you'd want to see
with
Evan
his fucking
post-apocalypse.
axes and blades and tomahawks and all that type of shit. Like he'd be like that. Whereas a doctor, what are they gonna do?
Well, they're going to get protected because we need them.
But,
People will sequester and protect medical staff in those instances, I'd say.
yeah,
I mean,
but
if it came to it,
would they
we had to
survive
batten down the
themselves?
hatches.
They would, because imagine somebody pulling back with an axe. I'm a doctor, and like thinking about his burning pea, going,
yeah, but we're in a zombie apocalypse here.
oh, zombie apocalypse.
Zombie apocalypse.
Oh, you're still going to need doctors.
Ah, look, doesn't matter anyway. It's game over.
Here's the thing. I would be terribly sad if I found out that one of my family members died. But if it was an apocalypse and everybody died and I was left kind of on my own, I think I'd be okay with that.
There's a film about the guy who was left on his own after the world ended. Everybody was gone. It was just him on his own. He was
Okay.
floating around, just doing stuff.
time to read now.
No, but it's all the stuff he wound up doing, like ramming cars, it was like all the childish kind of bored experiments.
Yeah, but of course you would do that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, how quickly do you think you'd die
Me in a zombie
in a
apocalypse?
zombie apocalypse?
I think I'd last a very long time.
I think I'd last 5 minutes.
I'd probably be that eager trying to be a hero and just getting at the far side of the glass, like it's just my bloody handprints.
Well, I think the first thing I do is look for weapons.
No.
No,
First
because
thing
everyone thinks that, and they all go and do the run on the fucking nearest gun shop, and they get shot by the people who own the gun shop.
No, everybody don't know. I'd be looking for some transport and getting myself up the biggest hill.
Yeah.
Everybody bottlenecks to the same things.
Yeah,
Everybody
I know,
thinks,
you
I
wanna-
need to get food, I need to get this. It's like the start of the pandemic there. And everybody bottlenecked into Tesco's. Like people, like my brother, like a friend of mine met my brother. Shout out to George Quinlan. Met everybody panic buying. He went in, he was just getting a few bits thinking, oh, better get a few bits. Like, met my brother like a bag of flour. He's like, there's no bread. He's like, what's your flour? To make bread. You know, everybody lost their shit.
Yes.
They did.
People lost their fucking
I'm trying to think, who
minds.
did we say George would look like?
He's a Aldi version of Matthew McConaughey.
Aldi version of Matthew McConaughey. all right.
He kind of is, yeah. He's, yeah.
No, it'd be okay.
I don't know, wonderful. No, we're going to go into an ad break.
Okay.
So, Billy, does your social media look like a teenager's bedroom?
What? Full of Justin Bieber posters?
No, you incompetent fool. Messy and unorganized.
Yeah, it kinda does. But what can I do about it?
Oh, poor simple Billy. Why not put all your social media in one convenient place?
But gee whiz, mister, how can I do that?
With Social QR, of course. It's easy, fast, and free.
But what's social QR?
Well, Billy, I'm glad you asked. Social QR is a one-stop shop for personal and business social media users to have all your social media in one place. Easy to set up, easy to share, and fully customizable, with your own custom QR code suitable for digital and print media.
Jiminy crickets, so now it'll be as tidy as my web browser?
So don't forget, Billy, that's socialqr.xyz. And Billy, take down the Justin Bieber posters.
Aww.
Every day, Richie has to drive 2 miles to bum tobacco from his friends. With your generous donation of only $19.20 a week, Richie won't have to sponge from his friends. Text Richie to 52103427591268089 so we can finally tell Richie to piss off.
From its rich traditions beginning when the first AM radio transmission was broadcast in the year 1900 to present day, where radio is still the most listened to form of media and the #1 source for people of all ages to enjoy their favorite music and discover new artists. Sure, the technology has changed, but the concept has stood the test of time throughout history. From the end of World War II
General Eisenhower informs me that the forces of Germany have surrendered to the United Nations. The flags of freedom fly all over Europe.
to the falling of the Berlin Wall,
Our top story. The Iron Curtain between East Germany and West Berlin has come tumbling down.
to the U.S. entering the War on Terror,
None of us will ever forget this day, yet we go forward to defend freedom and all that is good and just in our world. Thank you. Good night, and God bless America.
Generations across the world are united by music as it transcends all language barriers. It brings everyone on planet Earth closer together. We at iStreamRadio.ie understand what radio has done for the world and would like to thank radio for its 100 plus years of service. Radio has been here through thick and thin. Thank you, radio.
Imagination is the beginning of creation. You imagine what you desire. You will what you imagine. And at last, we create what you will. Don't wait for the right opportunity. Let us create it. When the virtual world of the internet, ideas, dreams, and concepts have become a reality, now is the time to bring your idea to the digital world. MilestoneMedia.ie offer a full range of digital services such as web development, hosting, audio, and visual services. Inspiration has a new platform. MilestoneMedia.ie. Experience the difference.
Tired of getting more screwed over than your cousin Jesse's pig? Sick of those uppity cowboys over at the Irish Insurance Federation? Is your vehicle being overpriced because it's undervalued? Does your annual quote leave you feeling sicker than the morning you woke up beside your sister? Well, leg it down to Leggett Insurance. Leggett Insurance is the answer to all your insurance needs. Bored off the road? No problem. Old lady turf you out and you gotta move your collection of lawn art? That's okay. Underage? Well, shit, that ain't your fault. Our unique style of cover provisions includes a real insurance disc to put in your windshield and the understanding that if something goes wrong, you use our groundbreaking policy. Run as fast as you can before anyone gets your wrench. The golden rule is to make sure you pick up any bits of your car left behind so you can't be identified. Your one-off payment of $29.99 annually provides all of the above. And for an additional $40, we provide you with a full windscreen worth in your very own Leggett disc holder. Just call us on 2800 Yeehaw! That's 2800 Yeehaw! Sail through that checkpoint today!
Itchy, smelly scrotum getting you down. Worried about ball sweat on the dance floor? Well, worry no more. New sandalwood and lavender scented Man Ponds has your nutsack covered. Our unique smell-inhibiting fibrous wadding ensures your most repugnant odors are kept to yourself. So next time she drops the hand, you can feel confident it's not into a vat of nut soup. And don't forget, you can be the sweetest smelling stud in the nursing home with new Man Ponds Twilight Edition for seniors. Order our economy size 86 pack today on manponds.org. Man Ponds, because you don't need to smell any worse.
The Supernatural Dogshit podcast is controversial and confrontational and may cause offense to some. Listener discretion is advised.
And you're very welcome back to the Supernatural Dogshit podcast, which we are going to be changing the name of very soon.
Yes, if you have any suggestions for the name, send them in. Katie had a suggestion.
Please.
The Offenders.
Oh.
Because you cause so much offense.
Oh, but then again, would somebody come on the podcast if you're called The Offenders? Yeah. And then again, with my track record...
It's got a double entendre effect.
Yeah, it does, which I don't appreciate.
I will offend your taste and the laws of your land.
So yeah, any good names? I didn't mind that. What was your complaint with the Jack the Lad podcast?
It's too close to Jack, mate.
Which is what?
What's that?
British podcast.
Fuck him.
East.
Have you seen our Supernatural Dogshit sign?
Yeah, but have you seen
what does that look like to you?
Someone who desperately wants Stephen Crowder to notice him.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
There you go.
Notice me, senpai.
So
love that guy.
So
he's awesome.
As far as plagiarism goes, I'm okay with that.
It's not plagiarism.
Kind of is.
It's more of a carbon copy.
I mean, but in fairness, the only thing that I copied was all of it.
At least you changed the name. I will say it's such an impressive sign.
It's a beautiful sign.
It is class. What was the name of the company that made that?
Oh, crap, I forget.
Those two.
I'd like to give the lads a plug because they were hilarious.
They were brilliant.
And one of them was like super gay and didn't realise he was super gay.
Oh, yeah, the guys who did the sign.
Yes. Well, it's not that he didn't realise he was super gay. He knew he was, but he was married.
And his boss didn't know.
And his boss didn't know. Yeah. It's so uncomfortable.
But I love that about the podcast environment. Like, you get people like be very, very sheepish. They come in and they'll talk the head off you. Then you get lads that are very talkative to come in
and they shut up. Zip. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do like, there's one thing about this podcast. I do be at home watching documentary after documentary. I lead a very boring life. And this won't open. My mouth won't open from one end of the day to the other. So I won't hear the sound of my own voice. I could do it for 2 days. The only time I would hear myself is when I walk out and I see Ed and I go, hi Ed. And I go, oh look, I can talk. So with this.
I genuinely hate the sound of my own voice.
I fucking hate it.
What I hear now versus what's recorded.
It doesn't sound the same. No. Well, in fairness, I won't listen back to the podcast purely because of that. Oh, shit, wrong button.
Because you hate the sound of your own voice?
Because of the sound of my own voice, yeah.
I have to listen back just to see where we were like, ooh, shouldn't have said that. Ooh, definitely shouldn't have said that. Oh, that's up there for everybody to see I said that.
Yeah, but see, if you're only realising after listening to it that you shouldn't have said it, why did you say it in the first place? Maybe something you need to work on.
Yeah.
Because
I'm famous for having no filter between my brain and my mouth.
There's not a single thing that I regret saying on the podcast up until tonight when I said women are stupid.
Yeah, that's...
You know, and when I said women are stupid, I meant in a very jokey fashion.
Sometimes on Supernatural Dogshit, we get it wrong.
Yes. Well, it's not even that it's wrong. Like, women are stupid, but men are stupid as well.
Yes.
Just in different areas.
Yeah, we just don't live as long.
Yeah, but like women...
Did you ever see those videos, why women live longer than men?
Yeah, they're hilarious. The guy sitting on the shotgun.
Every single one of them, you're like, would have done that.
Yeah. Did you ever see the best video I was ever received was, there was a young girl over in America, she's like 14, 15. She came home from school and she said, came home from school and found my dad doing this. And she walked out the back garden and there's a big tree in the garden and he has a rope tied around the tree and a rope tied around a motorbike. And it's just barely touching the ground.
Oh, he's going,
swinging it.
Swoo, swoo. And this is like a guy older than me.
Someone cool like his dad.
And he's going, boom, boom. And this is a father at home on his own, acting the bollocks with a rope swing and a fucking...
My favourite thing to watch about male stupidity is watching a guy trim a hedge with a lawnmower.
Yes.
Because you're like, we've all done it. Mm-hmm. We've all fucking done it.
Or the whole thing of getting the petrol lawnmower, and you know you have to get stuck at the back.
Oh, yeah.
And you're supposed to do all sorts of safety shit before, but you don't. You put your hand straight in where the blade is and start pulling it out, and then you'll spin the blade out of your way, which is a terrible idea.
No, you just disconnect the
spark plug. Yes.
It can still turn with compression.
Yes, it can.
But it'll only turn once. But if it's hot enough, it'll just take off again.
Yeah.
Vroom. Yeah.
That's why I like to put a bit of 2x1.
Oh, men are stupid. This is in that video, why men
Man,
don't live as long.
All of us, every single one of us here has done really stupid shit.
I set my lawnmower on fire by accident one time.
Don't you pretend you haven't done stupid shit.
No. I've done stupid shit as in drugs in my life.
No.
But no. Outside of that, I'm very safe.
Mr. Crashed the fucking car into Danny Burns.
Drugs. Drugs.
Still you did it.
Drugs.
Okay. First time I met you.
Yes.
First time I met you, what did you do? What was Riz? Riz was wearing a saucepan on his head, sitting on what? And you were setting him up. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's dangerous, stupid shit.
Yeah, but Riz was doing it.
Riz was doing it.
You're the one firing it.
Yeah, I'm fine with him getting injured. I'm not fucking getting
but
you look at any of the videos with me doing crazy stuff. It's not me doing the crazy stuff.
Oh, you're just
have to remember.
You're the devil's advocate.
Yes.
Yeah.
This whole trend of setting airbags off on people as a prank.
Oh, breakbacks.
I don't agree with it. Like,
dangerous.
Like you see lads getting shot into ceilings or just, it's not nice.
No, it's not nice.
It's not nice.
Would you like to? Oh, you got a cup. Yeah.
I was working at a festival one time and they did actually rig up some airbags in the couch and it was pretty funny.
Every time you say stuff like that, it sounds like this one time at band camp.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Work.
Oh, where my work is festivals.
Yeah.
Adult playground.
Yeah.
full of guards.
Full of drugs.
No, man, like, did you see there's an article in the Westmeath Examiner and drug detections were down like 96% this year because
Yes.
there was
What?
last year because there was no festivals. There's 2 festivals in the Mullingar district, which is Body and Soul out in,
And then Fire.
in Delvin, and then there's
Ballinlough.
Ballinlough.
Castle.
Delvin.
Ballinlough
When
Castle.
people pull into Mullingar, where's the festival? Go out to Delvin, you'll find it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The traffic goes back to Delvin.
Yeah. That's where you park up.
Or at Boy. You can park in at Boy as well.
You'd be better off parking in Delvin, better roads. And that's the same.
No, the roads are quite good out that way now.
Now. But anyway, there was
Go
an
on.
article. It was like 96 or something. A really high percentage of drug detections had dropped, surely because the 2 festivals weren't in town.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, maybe you set up a shooting fish in a barrel scenario.
Oh, Life Festival really was like that. You would one way into the festival, and you got patted down and searched by the strictest, most pissed off security
And
guards
then
you've
you got
ever
in there,
seen.
and every second person at the festival was in a black North Face jacket with a little clear earpiece, and you're like, really?
Yeah.
Really, lad?
Everyone else is some, scally 22-year-olds off their head, like going around no shirts on and
But I do
messy and
wholeheartedly.
slobbering all over themselves. And there's these real, preppy-looking 40-year-olds there.
My problem with the big festivals is they are havens for fucking the worst kind of drug user.
I'd love to go to a big
Yeah,
festival.
I've seen really irresponsible
I got
shit.
my ticket for Hellfest!
No, I tell you why I'd
This
like
year?
to go.
Yeah, for 2021.
Do you
'Cause I had
remember-
a 2020 ticket. I chatted to Davey, and Davey emailed them, and they're like, yeah, they're doing it. They basically made a statement. It's like, if you want Hellfest in July, we had to start last October, so we're starting now. It costs €250,000 a week
For what?
in the bit from now until July.
Fencing crews and water crews and all that.
No, like this is beyond. It's a village of 7,000 people, and the arena for the festival's bigger than the village, and it's on the outskirts of the village. And there's all these monuments, so artists from all over the region make the monuments, and it's added to every year. And then they do smaller little gigs and stuff, but it's like a crazy park of all these like metal statues and sculptures and all these installations that are there for years. And over one weekend every year, about 250,000 people descend on the village of 7,000 people.
Nice.
Motorways are shut down, airports clog up. It's amazing.
Where is this?
Clisson in France. It's the nearest airport is Nantes.
Well, see, the thing is, the reason why I want to go to a festival is because we've all seen the videos of festivals, what goes on there. And just before the show started, do you remember what video I said I was watching last night?
No, I don't remember.
The voyeur stuff.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I mean, that happens at festivals all the time.
It does. But
Every year a festival will happen, and then there's some 2 idiots pissed off their head drunk riding in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
get that.
everybody's standing around.
Yeah, you get that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome. My problem with Irish festivals is the big ones like Life and Electric Picnic, not so much because there's a nicer mix at Electric Picnic. But when they're hard dance festivals, the worst kind of drug users come out to play. And you see people, and they're not even there for the festival, they're to sit in a tent with their mates and just be fucked, like taking ketamine. And you see guys like rolling around the floor having these fits and seizures. That's not what festivals are about. They're about a bit of lighthearted freedom, good times. Like you see really like small ones like Knocked and Stocking.
But
Like
the
there's
great thing is the mix. The people mixing together.
what I've seen with the Life Fest is it's not a great mix. There's a heavy element of one demographic, and it really, like, they get dangerous.
Okay, and this is the demographic that you're talking about. Obviously, just people who just want to go there for one thing, which is to get as fucked as possible.
Brian,
To be fair, our clients from there did tend to be like they got really messy. They destroyed the campsite the last.
So who are the people who are most egregious at this? Is
Scumbags.
Is it absolute scumbags from council estates, or is it a mixture of people from private
That's what I'm
estates?
saying. It's not even to do with what state you're from. It's
Yeah, I'm trying to break this down culturally.
culturally, it's tracksuits.
Is it?
Tracksuits, Ket, Keys of Coke, Lord Volkswagens.
Yeah, so
Sporty
scumbags.
diesels.
Sporty diesels, yeah. Sporty diesels, and then VTECs. And Honda boys will be in there as well. Like, but
You don't see them anymore. They're
no,
kind
but
of
that's what I
all
like
way
with the
to
Honda boys now. Like, it's
It's
You see
lads
a-
our age. It's like, yeah, I want a nice Honda. I'm gonna put it in a
a
shed
mint
and never
stock
take it out.
DC2 Integrity.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You know what I want to do?
What?
Although it would probably cause an accident. In the town, there is a specific guy, big fat asshole
Reggie.
who drives a BMW, and you'll hear him a mile away. And this could be in the middle of the day, and he'll come flying down through the
A
town.
new enough 5 Series.
No, it's an old one, but done up. He's part of like some group down here that's to do with BMWs. Big fat fucker. The car's always down on one side. But he's flying up and down this town. One of these days, I'm going to have a 9-inch solid
There's
block
somebody in a
the back of the car.
BMW in town at the minute, and I hear him every night. But you hear his clutch squealing every time he tries to do this burnout.
It's probably him.
Yeah, but he thinks his tire squeal.
That's his clutch.
It's his clutch spinning, but he's every fucking night. And I'm like, why aren't the guards arresting this guy? Because they're well able enough to hassle every normal other person I know. I don't know anybody recently that hasn't been annoyed by a guard for no reason. There's some new guards in town for some reason, and they're just being annoying.
Okay.
They're going to get their superintendent is going to give them a spanking. I know it's coming because I know 2 different people who were done by the same person in the space of a week for the same reason.
Well,
saying they drove through red lights when they didn't.
Yes.
And it's just petty shit like that.
Well, see these boy racers. I swear to God, what I want to do with this asshole is have a 9-inch solid block in the back of the car, wait for him to come down through the town, and just throw it out into the middle of the road. Just as he's driving past, just throw it out into the middle of the road. But unfortunately, if he's going so fast, he could
Yeah, no, you would cause a big mess.
Yeah. But I'd still love to do it.
No, I think what you should do with a guy like that is follow him. Wait till he goes into a filling station.
Oh, I've met him at filling stations.
Yeah, but come out and ratchet strap his car to a storm drain. So when he goes to peel off, it just tears the back axle off the car.
That would be fun, actually.
I got him lovely one time. We were leaving Anto's house. He was driving away in this little Micra. And I got a big, massive block of timber and I put it in under the wheel he couldn't see when he was getting into the car. And then I leaned against the car and he was trying to pull away. He's like, how are you stopping me? And I'm like, oh, I'm just so strong. And he's going for ages and ages and he couldn't get it. And then he eventually hopped out over the block and he just looked at me. And it was like that. Ah, you bastard.
Have you ever taken a practical joke too far?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, when?
Oh, I can't remember so many times, man.
Name one time where you went, ooh, shouldn't have done that. Ed?
What?
You ever? I don't feel I've ever gone too far.
There was one time I was trying to give him a hop, so I plugged in the iron for a bit. Right, and I just wanted it to be warm. I didn't want it to burn him or anything, so I felt it until it got warm. I was like, all right, that'll do. So plugged it out. But it kept getting hotter in the time it took me to go from the plug in one room and go around to his arm. I stuck it to his arm and he got fucking seriously bad fucking... He had the print of an iron there on his shoulder.
He also shot me in the face with a catapult.
I did, actually.
You know the Baronet Cobra?
That wasn't a prank, though. That was just an unfortunate...
Right there.
Bad aim.
We were out messing. You know, when you're driving along, you see all those work signs?
Yeah.
Like the orange signs hammered into the road for loose chippings.
Yeah.
We were shooting at them and they were like, well, we need a few. So we're Evan left us out with a van. He went down to turn around and we were pulling the signs out.
You were stealing the signs?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
no, it's fine.
No, we weren't stealing. We were just borrowing them without asking.
I know I've borrowed those flashing yellow lights.
For what?
My bedroom.
Anyway, sign in hand. Evan's coming up in the van. Then the van skids to a stop. And as it was skidding to a stop, I don't know how he did it. He had the driver's door open with his foot against it, but he was still driving the van and coming to a stop, even though his right foot was hanging out of the car. And through the gap of the A-post in the door, hit me right in the face. Rock.
You're lucky it didn't go into your eye.
Oh man, it hit me right in the cheekbone. I just went.
Although, then again,
horrible.
if that had
sank
hit,
when I heard that thump.
if that had got you in the eye,
I'd have a sweet ass eye patch.
yes.
You would look like a Bond villain, though.
Here's the thing, though. Would you? Yeah, but would you go Bond villain or would you go Johnny Depp Pirates of the Caribbean?
No, Bond villain.
I could see you doing the Johnny Depp drunk fucking thing all the time.
No, but see, I don't have hair. But plus,
You can get your hair.
I have a fabulous cat at home, and he lets me pet him, so I'd be like,
Yeah, that's a Bond villain.
Yeah.
yeah.
And he does have a fabulous long-haired cat for the occasion.
And I have a black turtleneck.
He does have a black turtleneck.
It'd be nice if you had a scar under the other eye.
Well,
No, scar going across there and a hook for a hand.
Oh, you should give me a hand in the garage.
Listen, I'm a stupid guy. Still have time to achieve all these things.
Patch, hook hand.
It sounds to me like I need a fireworks accident.
Or a lawnmower.
No, you won't get the perfect.
Have you got a petrol lawnmower or electric lawnmower?
At the minute, it's an electric lawnmower.
You pussy. You pussy.
What? No.
What man
If
has
I
an
said I'd
electric
an
lawnmower?
Hang on. He doesn't have anywhere to put a petrol one.
I've nowhere to put the electric one. It's out in
shed.
the fucking rain. It's off a shed.
Build one.
I will eventually.
What are you waiting for?
To the bedroom, the hall, and the garden before.
How long are you in this house now?
Just over a year.
And I can hear Katie now saying, yeah, it's a year, and look what he's got done. Nothing.
I got
Lazy
loads
bastard.
done, man.
Lazy
I
bastard.
got loads done.
Oh, yeah, done
I got
nothing.
enough done for a normal guy to say, that's it for 5 years.
Do you know what I don't understand? No, actually, I do understand it. Because
Chinese writing?
Yes. Is you enjoy that type of work.
I
DIY.
love DIY.
Yeah, well, he's good at it. Oh man, he's brilliant.
I know he's good at it, but how?
It's like
do you
adult
enjoy it?
Lego.
He appreciates.
But you know,
craftsmanship
when
as
you're
well.
at the very start of a task,
Yes.
and it's a monumental task,
Yes.
and you're going, oh, for fuck's sake, I don't want to do this.
No, I get hard. I'm like, get this done.
I know, I just want out of there.
No.
I noticed.
Fucking
I
hate
want
it.
out of there.
I want out.
When it comes to the very end, fine details, that's where I'm like, going over every little thing. That's when you find work for yourself. But at the start of a monumental task, I'm your man, Mr. Motivation. That's
The first time I ever experienced the fact that I hate manual labour was when I was spray painting a car.
That is fucking the definition of tedious.
Yes, definition.
If
of
you look it
tedious.
up in the dictionary, it'd be like just a guy spray painting a car going,
And here's the thing.
one little bit of dust.
The car that I spray painted, I didn't realise that when you get a car, you just have to literally scuff up the clear coat, and you can spray your paint, your base coat, and all that down it.
Did you go bare metal?
Bare metal. Bare metal. Now, when I say bare metal, the car looked like the DeLorean. Yes. That's how bare metal it was. And then I had
How
to
did you
start-
get it down to bare metal? The worst way. Have you heard of our Lord and Saviour, Nitro Moors?
I tried it. I did try it, but had lots of messes with it. I was pretty high when I was doing it.
Right. Well, look,
surprise.
don't
Yeah.
get high before you do anything because you won't have the motivation to do it.
Here's
Yeah,
the thing.
and it'll make it hard.
It was the only thing that got me through it. When it came down to painting the car, I kind of had a little bit of fun. So I had this massive unit, and I literally made an airtight room. It was covered in plastic, so there was nothing getting in and out of that room. Actually, it was a fan just pulling air out of it. So it was really professional, and I had the white suit on, and it went in, and I feel awesome. I'm I'm a man. I'm spray painting a car, but the mask that I was using was terrible. I was already high on weed. Now I'm fucking whacked out of my gi on fucking.
And the word I would describe
fumes.
is whacked because it literally whacks you. Yeah.
You literally. It is a case of 1 minute you're painting, the next minute you're going, what the fuck?
I'll never forget one night me and a guy were working in the shed. We were valeting 2 cars, and he was doing one, I was doing the other, and we were both working for about 2 hours. We were already at the point where, with the interiors nearly done, time to put the heaters on, start the 2 cars up, leave them running. These were 2 diesel cars, buffing away, and we both looked at each other. We're both like, "Jeez, I'm so tired." We both got really sleepy, and then he copped, and we went and we opened the door a crack, and we got a bit of fresh air. We could taste the diesel fumes. And they were like, "Shit, open that door all the way," and it was freezing, but we were alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, with the spray painting of the car, I spray painted the car gold, and then spray painted the roof 1 pack black. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's just out of a rattle can.
It was the,
No, not out of rattle can. This went through the
Yeah, well,
the
it's
compressor.
called 1 pack because it comes done.
It's already ready made.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't have to put clear coat on this.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it was a
Direct gloss.
super shiny dark gloss.
Yeah,
and
solvent
I
based.
done the roof in that, and I done a spectacular job of that roof. Just as I was finished the roof, I'm leaning over, and this bit of my sleeve touches the roof.
Gone.
Whole roof because it's 1 pack.
Yeah.
Whole roof had to be fucking sanded down. I had to wait until it dried, sand it all down again. I saw that car about 3 years later driving around this town. Not a bit of paint on it. I must have done a terrible job.
What kind
Did
of
you prime
primer
it?
did you use?
I have no idea. I can't remember. But I did all of the steps I was supposed to do.
Right, when you got your primer, did you
Yeah.
have to mix it first?
No.
That's why it all fell off.
Why?
Because you just used like 1 pack primer, like
for 2
off the
pack
shelf.
paint.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but I also used...
when you go bare metal, you have to use 2 primers. You have to
what's
use
that?
like an oxy primer.
High build primer?
It's
Yeah.
like using jam to stick a slice of cheese to the wall.
Yeah,
Somebody had said to me, what you've done was, when I got down to the bare metal of the car, I decided to go up in the grit of
The
sandpaper.
Yeah.
So that made it nice and smooth, and I wanted shiny. I don't know why, but I
No,
totally
you
forgot that I
wanted it
needed
about the maximum 800. Then
Grit.
hit it with your oxy primer. That's right. Then hit it with your high build 2-pack primer. And then you have to go, once it's primed, then you start your block sand and flatten it down. You get it up to about maybe 1,000, then you hit it with
Can
your
I
paint.
just interject and apologise to the listeners at home?
for me snorting.
No, for just us going off on a very technical kind of let's spray paint the car
Basically,
tutorial.
Aiden painted the
without-
car the wrong way and the paint blew off it.
Totally came off.
Somebody got a sweet rat rod Civic out of that.
No,
though.
the roof was fine, but the gold paint came off.
Yeah.
But I think it was purely because I smoothened the surface and made it shiny.
Had no
before.
key.
Yeah, it had no grip. So yeah, oops. But I got better as I got older.
Is it as the French say, le derp?
Or les incompetents.
Oh, Home Alone.
Yes. That's actually where I got that from.
Yeah.
What a terrible movie, by the way.
Brilliant movie.
That two thieves got that much shit done to them
By a
a
kid.
kid.
Okay, look. Come
Well, I
on.
mean, there was an 8-year-old shot at home, or what was he, 11?
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, and
that?
he teased him.
Huh?
He teased
Yes,
him
he did.
as
Oh,
died.
no, that was like the 11-year-old. There was an 8-year-old, and he was on some chat show, and they got him on. It's like, well, what happened? Oh, well, I just grabbed my gun and I shot him. And I shot him again. Like,
There's a brilliant thing. You know that scene in fucking Casino where Joe Pesci and his brother get killed at the end?
No.
Or that scene in Goodfellas where Joe Pesci gets shot in the head?
No.
But they were like, this wouldn't have happened Home Alone, Joe Pesci. The bullet would have just bounced off and he would have went, ooh, ooh, ah, ah.
In fairness, though, out of the two guys, the taller guy,
Marv.
he was the funniest.
But it was a two-man thing.
The bit that I
ruined Joe Pesci's career, though.
I get a pain in my hole, literally, in my ring when I see this scene. There's a particular scene in Home Alone 1, and do you ever get a stingy ring? Do you ever be sitting there and you go, oh jeez, my ring is stinging for
I have a medical condition, yes.
Oh, so you do get it. But, diverticulitis.
That's the name of the thing.
That's the name of the thing where the shit, and yeah, that's it just popped into my head there.
Brilliant.
But you know the scene where he's going up the stairs in from the basement?
Stands on the nail.
Yeah.
I punctured my foot on a fence. I was stuck hanging from a fence by my foot.
Oh, I crucified myself. I stood on a nail and it went up through my foot and out the other side.
Conor Hedgeman, Joe Quinlan, and George Quinlan can attest to this.
Okay.
I was about 2 days out of hospital, got pins and plates and my elbow rebuilt. And we're standing in this old abandoned Cobb chicken hatchery. And we're hanging plastic and lighting it on fire because when the plastic burns, it goes, ooh.
Yes,
ooh,
yeah.
And we're doing that and we're all looking at it thinking, oh, that's great. And I stood back and stood on a broken bottle and went straight in my foot and went like, ah! Then I fell. Sorry, I was doing that and I shimmied in under the burning plastic and then I got all the burning plastic right on me and I went, ah! And then fell over and hit my freshly broken arm off a wall.
Nice.
And then started screaming. And every one of them was purple in the face laughing at me.
Oh, talking
I
about...
had to go back to A&E.
Talking about burns, I was watching a documentary. It was 60 Minutes, Australia. There was a cruise company that
Australian TV
They
is
brought you out
tripe.
to an island. It was called White Island. It was an active volcano,
Oh, yeah.
and there was a warning that these people shouldn't have gone on the island
Why?
because the volcano was ready to erupt.
Oh.
And as they're on the island,
It erupts.
there's a young one, and she's only about 20 years of age, and she's videoing the actual mouth of it, and she's 10 feet away from it. And just,
Oh, they're up on the fucking ridge.
yes.
Oh.
And it just... Now, clearly she's brown bread. Like 20-something of them died.
Oh.
But there was the description that the
Is
guy
this the
gave.
thing where they're running down and it's like rain and lava rocks around them?
Yes.
Yes, I've seen this. There's just one guy lost his leg.
There's a guy who was so badly burned, as he was getting down from the pier, he was holding the ladder and the skin
Came off his arm, yeah.
came off his hands. He couldn't hold onto the ladder because it would just slip like a glove off him.
Yeah.
Poor bastards.
Yeah, there was one that was rescued. It was a big giant lava rock and it landed on the guy beside him and rolled onto him. Yeah. And it burned his leg off.
But nobody came to help them. The officials said it was too dangerous and left him there for like 20 hours or something. Yeah.
That's how he survived because his leg was burnt off.
Yeah, so it would have cauterized him.
Yeah, but still not cool.
No, not.
Yeah, but like, you know,
Fuck around with volcanoes and find out.
Fuck around and find out, yeah.
This is why you'll never see me doing stuff like that.
I don't know, man.
I definitely give that a go.
No, me bollocks.
Oh, yeah.
My bollocks.
Oh, yeah.
I
Get me
don't
near a
think-
volcano.
I don't think I'll be willingly reckless until my kids are a bit older.
I'm part of the statistic.
What?
At some stage in my life, I will be part of the statistic. One of those unfortunate cunts who does die in an air crash.
Yeah.
You know, or who does fucking fall into a volcano.
We're all going to be a
I'd say you'll just get abducted by aliens and that'd be the end of you.
It'll be
You'll never
something.
see you again.
I guarantee it won't be normal. It'll be something outrageous.
No, I think I'm putting 3-1 odds on the aliens because you're the kind of person nobody'd fucking believe you.
Yeah.
And you
And
die insane.
You
You
die
always,
babbling insane.
Yeah, I would die insane.
you are a person for those horrible things nobody will believe you about.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And swiftly moving on from that. Where the fuck is Mr. Fox? Pierce.
This is an all persons broadcast. Now, if you haven't seen our colleague Pierce Fox, please redirect him here.
Yeah, an APB.
He is
yeah,
not
you know what,
coming tonight.
Oh, he's not coming. Oh, well, that.
Only just in the door home, dude. That's
Well,
like now.
Look, that's fair enough.
That's fair enough. You're working, man.
Yeah, he is.
Sorry, listeners. I am just sending Pierce a message. Say we love you, Pierce.
Yeah.
We do love you, Pierce.
I don't love you, Pierce.
He's lying.
He does.
So,
Anyway,
we have so much left of the show tonight.
I know we've so much left of the show. So
Evan,
what?
how do you feel about 5-minute crafts?
Here's the thing. Robin has a thing about 5-minute crafts. She likes debunking them.
Yes, because they're terrible.
Oh, they are. They are. Oh, here, let's microwave a grape. Surely that fucks up your.
Don't throw out that old toothbrush. Just melt it down to a bracelet. And it's just like, really?
Why would you do that?
Melt it down into a shiv.
Or like, you see him like in the start of it, he put his cup on the table and he'd be like, and he gets some stupid club bag, and now he can clip his cup onto the side of the table, and you're like,
What possible benefit is that? Seriously.
Yeah, I look.
you know that meme of the cat with the arms? He's like angry as fuck.
No, one of the first hacking channels I ever saw on YouTube was Kip K, and he was brilliant. He'd show you how to like make laser burners out of old DVRs.
Remember Anarchist Cookbook?
Oh,
Pre-internet.
I showed you the Star Wars theme song that was done from the old printers.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
See that, yeah.
It's awesome.
Do you ever see those people that do Africa Total with all the different ROM drives?
Yeah.
Yes, I
It's
have.
amazing.
In fairness, though, Africa Toto, what a song.
Total. Hold the line.
What was your
They have that album on vinyl, I think.
You remember?
Love isn't always on time.
Rarely.
Scrubs.
Yes.
Were we a fan of Scrubs?
Yes.
At the start.
Back in the day.
Yeah, the last season was like, what the fuck was that crap? But who was the famous singer that took part in Scrubs? He would come in every now and again, and there was one episode where he was walking around playing a guitar and nobody could see him, only JD. I know my brother's listening, he'll probably answer because he was a big fan
Peter
of the show.
Frampton or something.
Text or WhatsApp into 085-272-7212.
I don't know what his name was, but a blonde-haired guy. He's
Sing?
a part of a big band. No. He has a droopy eye.
Oh, Tom York out of Radiohead.
No, much older.
I don't know. I can't really.
Peter
I can't really
Frampton.
remember.
No, it is something like that.
Bon Jovi, no.
Nope. No, 085-272-7212.
Look, we all watched it for Dr. Cox. And the janitor.
Hilarious.
And Dr. Cox's bitch wife.
Yes. Do you remember the scene where, what was the guy's name who was a pervert? High five. What was his name?
Todd.
So the Todd. Do you remember where Dr. Cox's wife actually said, I love Cox?
Yeah.
And he just jumps up and she's like, no, not today. But I tell you who was my favourite in it.
The old guy who owned the hospital. Yeah.
Because he was a narky prick and he was an asshole, but he had love in him.
Yeah.
There was actually there's a scene in that where his wife died. Do you remember
Yes,
she died?
yes.
And he said for years he would hear his wife snore and he couldn't sleep with her there. And it was only after she died he realised he couldn't sleep without her. And I was like, oh, that's very nice.
No, the best one was Ted. Remember the guy who always wanted to
Flop
die?
sweat.
Oh, he died. He died there.
Died 2 years ago.
He
Yeah.
finally got his wish.
Yeah,
But you know that bit where he's on the roof, he's like, just do it. And somebody bursts out and scares him. He's like falling. He's like, yeah. And he lands in all the trash. That was a great show.
Or the janitor.
Yeah, I just made it.
He was a prick.
He in the first series, he doesn't interact with anybody. He was just a figment of JD's imagination. But he was such a strong character that they introduced him as Scrubs fact.
Nice.
Yes, ruined all their careers.
The best
They
line.
all got typecast so hard in that was it.
The best line that I ever heard in Scrubs was when JD was busting for a piss and he was out drinking, and he runs over to the side of somebody's house and he's pissing, and he looks in the window and he sees the janitor.
Oh, and he has a melanoma on his dick.
Melanoma on his dick, and JD says to him, "Look, I was outside your house. I seen what looks like a melanoma. Can I examine it?" And he said, "Yeah." So JD is down on his hands and knees looking at his dick, and he jumps up and he goes, "Yeah, it looks benign." And the janitor says, "Yeah, benign and a half."
I heard a great joke from Joe Homework. This guy has a problem with his dick. He has to go to the doctor. So he goes into the doctor's office, and the doctor's like, "Right, can you just show me where the problem is?" And he drops his trousers. The doctor's there, down on his knees looking, and he goes, "You're going to have to stop masturbating." And he goes, "Why?" He says, "I'm trying to examine you."
I've actually heard that one before.
I love it.
Yeah,
I laughed my whole off.
It's a decent joke.
I showed him blind cricket.
Did he laugh as hard as you laughed?
Nobody laughed as hard as I laughed.
There you go.
But I laughed so hard.
Yeah, there was something about that. I've noticed that lately when I'm looking at stuff, especially with Mock the Week.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking at that, and where the audience are laughing and I'm not laughing.
Yeah, because it's program laughter.
Then they will say something that's not funny, and I'll laugh at that.
Yeah. It's like when you're watching The Simpsons as a kid, and your parents are laughing at stuff you're not laughing at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's that two-way double entendre comedy. Whereas little kids see one side of it, but the parents see, yeah.
Which is very true. Did you ever see Rainbow, the double entendres in Rainbow?
Oh, yeah, they got barred over it, yeah.
Yeah. My twanger. Something about his twanger.
Oh, is that when they did the final episode?
Probably.
Me and George were up all night banging away.
At our twangers.
Yes, let's all get our twangers out and pluck our plucking instruments.
Actually, you sound like David Mitchell.
Do I?
Yeah.
I was trying to do Zippy.
Yeah, you sound like David Mitchell there. David Mitchell's awesome. He's very funny, very
Do we
witty.
have any more comments?
Do we? Oh, we do. Colin Hay says Stuart Hayes. I'm not sure what that is. So I got Colin Hay. Oh, we were looking for the name of someone, weren't we?
Colin Hay, thank you very much.
Colin
yes,
Hay, that was it.
Stewie, fair play to you.
Who's Colin Hay? What band is he
Teresa's
from?
checking in as well.
Can't remember.
Good evening,
Daniela
Teresa.
Says pranks. I'm sure there's actually other social media I should be looking at.
Was it just me, or did that music just kick in all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something happened there, didn't it?
It'd meet the end of its loop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Colin Hay. What band was he from?
I can't fucking remember.
Send in the name of the band, please. I'm just too lazy to research. I have no computer in front of me. What do you...
I could research it, but this thing's acting up. Swipe. Oh, I'm swiping the screen.
Swipe or stop swiping?
Swipe or stop swiping.
How do I even know that?
Dora the Explorer.
Oh, yeah, loads of people here. Colin Hayes, yep.
Yeah.
But have you ever heard Colin Hayes' stuff?
No.
I guarantee if you hear the name of the band that he was in...
I probably know it straight away.
You will go... Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he's a really decent singer. He doesn't have a singing voice. It's one of those talky singing voices.
If you were going to fight any of the reputable kind of big names out there that like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or big
Like a physical fight.
Yeah, physical fight. Who'd you pick and why?
Huh. Like one of the big names.
Big names.
Oh, Bill Gates. Bill Gates has to be.
I'd love to watch Bill Gates kick your ass. But
No, I tell you why I'd pick on Bill Gates. Because out of all of the guys, he's the frailest.
Yeah.
So he's
That's why I
the
wanted to-
easiest target.
You'd pick George Soros, no? Evil little badger man.
Oh, fuck, it's
Oh,
doing the
look
thing
at
again.
him. Look at him.
Captain Etiquette.
Oh, sorry.
Nobody texts in the name of that.
That band.
Band?
I'm looking into it, Jesus.
Stuart Hayes, if you're listening, please just tell us who fucking Colin Hay was with, and you can win a slot on the show.
Yeah, and for anybody who didn't see Richie rolling his fucking eyes in his head as if to say, Colin fucking Hay, will you get over this? That's exactly what you did.
Yeah, 'cause it's so shy.
To be fair, we're pretty much phoning it in. We've nothing prepared.
We've not.
We've let you all down.
But no, we
so
haven't.
badly.
We haven't. Because I tell you why.
Why?
I went around and I saw the new premises. I don't even have my phone to show you pictures.
It's a fucking kip.
It's a fucking kip. But the reason why I was asking you earlier about you enjoying this type of work, because you're going to have a lot of it very soon.
Yes.
But I think in this scenario, I'm going to enjoy it.
Why? Because you can stand back and watch me do it.
No, I guarantee you I'm going to be the person to do most of the labour around there.
Okay.
Now, I guarantee it. Now, since seeing the premises, the room within a room isn't going to work.
Nope.
No.
That's not going to work.
That's you trying to overcomplicate it very simply.
Yes, it is.
Engineering it. You're all
Yes, I am.
designed the
But
wheels.
what I was doing was, while I was there, I was testing sound.
Yes.
I was literally standing there to see, could I hear anything? Willie was outside. He was in the next room to see. We only have to make one room soundproof, and that's the control room.
Yeah. But do you want to know
That's
why
it.
that building is soundproof? Because it's so damp.
Or the fact that the walls are like 4 foot concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like they're
damp.
huge.
Yeah.
But the stairway, have you ever went up the stairway in that place? It's slanted.
Wonky.
Yeah. You literally need fucking Velcro feet to get up the stairs. But you know how myself and Willie got in there? It was actually very funny. The place was locked up.
He was chatting to me 5 minutes after he was up there with you. I ran into him and we were getting coffee.
Right.
And he was like, fuck, I did. I was in there before I was. This is the receptionist.
She just let me in.
She wasn't supposed to let anybody in.
No, I just walked in.
You just walked in.
Yeah.
And you just started hamming on the code button.
Yes,
You guys
until
come
I
here
got
on.
in.
Yeah, all right.
What?
No, you guys carry on.
What?
Well, we're going for the living room vibe, so I set it off for everyone at home a cup of tea.
Okay, no, we don't do tea. So go on, continue.
Yeah, you started hamming away at the keypad until you got in.
Oh yeah, how the hell did I do that? It was like the one where you go click, 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 and then turn it, and oh no, that's not it. Click, 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 turn it. It was literally pressing 2 of them and 1.
Yeah, that's how they all work.
So I just went, and then opened, and I went, fuck, what did I just do? I can't remember.
Do you know
what I
that
just
makes
pressed.
so many of them useless? Because that's the factory setting on them is the bottom one and middle one together, and then the top one, and then turn.
This
Yeah,
is
I think
like
it was-
bona fide information you probably shouldn't be distributing.
No. This is for all the lazy cunts who buy these special keybox lockboxes things and don't change the fucking code. It's the first thing it says in the manual. Is change the factory code when you open it. And everybody just slams shut, click, click, clack. Every single one of those I've gone up to, I've done the same combination and it opens every time.
But not only that,
But I know somebody who uses one of them as a gun safe, and I'm like, come on, man.
but you'll see on the actual little buttons, they're little metal buttons.
Yeah, they do wear away.
They
where
wear
people get
away, or
used.
the paint gets scraped around from the edges,
So
so
it
you
tells
can
you what-
usually tell which 3 numbers it is. Boring.
Most fucking housing, the housing complexes that have those number keypads,
Housing complexes.
like Mark Point, there'd be a 5871 to get in.
Oh, I know all the codes of them.
Yeah, but like they're all worn into the pads.
Yes.
So you only have 4 numbers to pick from, and you just
There is a theatre I work for, and they would regularly, every 2 or 3 months, they always change all the security codes.
like supposed to. That's how it works. And updating fobs.
Yeah, but it's annoying because you go around for like 2 months, you're using this one code, and you get that burned into your head, and then one day you go into work and you just can't get in. You can't get in, and then you're late to clock in because you couldn't get into the building because you forgot the code.
It sucks.
Yeah, so are we going to have fun doing this new place up?
No.
We are.
We will.
We're gonna
We'll
have ball
serious
ache.
crack.
We will.
We're gonna
But-
have hassle.
What I will say is the expenditure on it has dropped dramatically since we can't do a room within a room.
Yeah, no, keep trying to drop that expenditure.
That's what I'm trying to do.
You
Keep
have
doing
all the
that.
equipment you need. You have the correct amount
No,
of
I don't.
cameras and microphones.
Don't have the correct amount of cameras.
Right. You have the correct
You
amount
want a
of
lot
microphones.
of cameras.
Yes.
I have a camera on the way.
It has to be a camcorder. Has to be.
Has
And
to
they all have to be the exact same brand, or you get different lighting effects from them.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Well, why don't you just bulk buy a load of cheap ones?
The cheapest one I can get is €1,000.
No.
No,
that's
no,
not the-
no.
Trust me.
No,
me.
No, I won't trust you because you go spend.
If you get a cheap one and leave it on for 3 hours constantly, they overheat. That's the problem with them.
Yeah, they'll only be on for 3 hours.
They don't want to be on for 3 hours, so you have to get the
Well, that'd be cool off in the
expensive
odds.
one. You can get the expensive one with a little mini cooler inside it, and that's the one I have to go for.
Well, how about you just get a heap of the cheap ones and swap them on the ad breaks?
I'm also delighted how we're planning the studio, what it's going to look like on air.
Because we're trying to let the people know we're working on this shit for you.
Yeah, just you don't pay any attention to
Like,
this
imagine
bit.
we're sitting here like this, we push a button, and then there's a live fucking band
They
on.
may as well have just tuned in, last night, and all of us sitting around a coffee table in the house.
That's what we went for tonight.
This is not a show.
No, it's not.
This
Tonight-
is a production meeting.
It is a production. Welcome to the production
wait,
meeting. If you have any suggestions for said production meeting, 085 2727212.
Why have production meetings on air?
It just wound up that way.
Because here's the thing, this is better
This
than
is how delayed
this is better than a Zoom
backwards.
call.
It's better than RTE. We're not pandering to nobody.
But what's that? Al Jazeera is better than RTE.
Yeah, it is.
No, it really
No,
is.
it was real news.
And everyone at home, please please let us know if Aiden needs to lose a bit more weight before the new cameras arrive. Anyway,
A bit more?
No, I want
load
to gain
more.
more.
you want
Fuck
to gain
you.
more?
Yeah, man.
Or like a
no.
big and tall shop, dude.
Go
Like,
Ralphie May on it.
You know, I promise you, the only reason why I know I'm really fat is because the amount of times I've literally stood in the mirror, turned to my side profile, and went, wow. Wow, look at the size of those breasts. They're not even hanging down. They're hanging down and to the left or to the right.
Orangutan
They're
titties.
literally folding underneath my arms
Orangutan boobies.
like bagpipes.
Class.
Yeah. So I seriously need to lose weight because I'm in pain because of it as well. Because I'm super unfit.
Yeah, you're really...
Like, I can lie on that couch for 8 hours and get a blood clot.
Anyway, I opened the show with a question. Who is America going to invade next?
Finland, I thought we discussed that.
Ah, no, there's some real contenders like Iran.
No, I don't think they will. I don't think they will. I'm telling you, it's not going to be as obvious as you think it is. Because they've gone way too left for that. They have to be very careful in what they're saying because every one of these, like Iraq and Iran, you listen to Joe Biden before how he would talk about these things would be from a leftist perspective. I want to be peaceful. I want to blah, 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 blah. So it's going to be something we're not going to expect. Trust me.
Yeah, but...
Has to be.
He was Obama's VP, wasn't he?
Yes. He couldn't just literally
The
walk
king
in.
of drone bombings, like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, it's not like he could walk in, become president, and go, well, lads, look, I promised you all of this from the left, you know, now I'm just going to go, no.
Well, it's the opposite of what Donald Trump would do. Because Donald Trump came in and he's just like, I'm going to do everything I said I'm going to do.
And he did.
He did most of it.
Except for the wall.
Yeah, he got a good start in it.
Yeah, but it won't be finished now.
I kind of has to.
He won't. Are you mad?
they
Joe
were
Biden
able to
finished the wall.
climb it anyway.
Oh, isn't there a big caravan again coming from Latin America now? Because they're all kind of like gunning on Biden, not shutting them out of the country.
See, every time I hear the word caravan, I always think of a caravan.
You know, a caravan.
I know, a
yeah,
caravan of people, but every time you hear, oh, there's a large caravan moving from Brazil, and you're thinking, a large caravan?
You just picture a giant caravan.
Yeah.
moving
Just
up a
like a
map.
giant.
I know, I'm picturing travelers for some reason. I wonder why. It's not discrimination to say that.
No, but
A lot of travelers lived in mobile homes.
Or an elderly couple from England on holidays.
you see, they're the ones I don't like because they will literally cross nations at 30 mile an hour.
Yeah. With their big giant wing mirrors.
Big giant wing mirrors, like
those giant wing mirrors
slapping
are
the arse
awesome.
of any cyclist
Have you
that
ever
goes
had to
past.
use them?
No. I've never towed a caravan.
They're so decent. Like those mirrors, you see so much behind you.
Yeah, but most of those caravanners don't know how to drive, and then they stick a caravan on their car and drive somewhere they don't know where they are.
Jeez, I only learned to use trailers because of caravans.
I have no idea how to reverse a trailer.
Do you hear happened the shop, Jade Shaw's shop?
Who?
They're in there one day. Coins.
Coins, yeah.
And traveller comes in. Sorry about that, boss. Sorry about it. We'll have that fixed up. It goes outside. And they're coming around a bend kind of hard. Their shop's on a corner. And the fucking caravan came off the tow bar and slammed into their shop front.
No.
More sandwich?
No!
It's got a big iron bar, big box iron across the front of the
Yeah,
window.
but it mashed the box iron. And it broke the windowsill, but didn't break the window.
Nice.
And then, we had that fixed now for us.
Now, in fairness,
I'm the undisputed window breaking champion in that place because I stuck the fork of the fork truck through the window of the workshop one day.
lovely. There's some mobile homes which are, you go into them and you're like, what
Wow.
the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah.
Me and my missus, I showed her one, and she's like her dream house rolled into a caravan. They got 6 horse boxes, chopped them up, and made their own mobile home out of them. You want to see the inside of this.
Amazing.
It's fabulous.
Like marble floors or something?
No, it's all panelled.
It's like the caravan from Loaded Weapon.
It's like you got a 19th century whorehouse and made a caravan out of it.
Really?
Everything. It's doilies and like carved wood and like just so homely, like wingback chairs and everything.
What would you go for? That type of look or the modern new look where TVs come up out of floors?
No,
and shit?
no, that old shitty dinge look.
I like the modern look.
Well, when I'm remodeling my caravan, I know I'm going to go with a flight case theme. So all my kitchen cabinets will be made out of flight case parts.
Do not tip.
Yeah, but see, you know, what that would remind me of, I have no idea what that is.
Every flight case would be tippable or non-tippable.
Yeah.
You do not tip a non-tip.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it says do not tip, do not tip. As in, all 4 wheels stay flat. And even when you're bringing it up the ramp, you keep it perpendicular to the...
And then if you do tip it, someone's usually spray painted on the other side. It said, no tip, you stupid cunt.
If you can read this, you broke 100,000 euros worth of flights.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Well, there was on Top Gear about 10 years ago. They had a, what do you call it? It's not a mobile home. It's the one that drives.
An RV.
Yeah, but this thing was like a fucking... This is like...
Extendable
like
sides, car tucked in the arse of it. Yes.
There was a car underneath the fucking...
Yeah, but
inside
see, the Irish version of that is a caravan with an A-frame towing like a Ford Fiesta.
But the problem is we don't have the roads for stuff like that over here.
No.
Which I found out the hard way when I got the big American camper. Like, that was massive.
And you know where most of them go? Kerry.
Yeah.
The narrowest, most windy, lethal, treacherous roads.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, what I found is if you want to park up anywhere, you can't.
No, you have to
like
take
the roads,
6 or 7 spaces.
You can drive on the roads, kind of, and just barely fit through them. But the second you want to park up in like a car park somewhere, it's all height restricted. So you can't get into these fucking places.
That's why they're height restricted, to stop people camping in them.
Yeah. But like, surely there should be designated areas for that type of stuff.
Yeah, there is, but they're for smaller, kind of like mobile home places. Did you ever see those like we had one here out by the lake? You just rock up at a mobile home and rent the pad and stick it on
the patch, and you get power. And
yeah, that used to be a big thing.
Yeah, because that's how we used to holiday here.
Yeah.
Yes,
working class holidays was you went to a nicer part of the country.
Yeah, we used to go to Cortown.
We used to go to Kinsale.
Yeah, we used to go down Kinsale and that. Yeah.
There's not very many interesting things to do in this country.
Not to do, places to go though.
Yeah,
there's interesting things to see,
yes,
but not to do.
Not to do, no.
I've never seen the Giant's Causeway.
Yeah, but see,
there's a piece of it in the bathroom.
Is there?
Yeah.
You stole a piece of the Giant's Causeway.
I didn't steal it. Someone gave it to me.
When you say to do, what experiences are you looking for?
Jump out of an airplane.
You can do that.
Okay, but as not many. So you go over to Florida. You know, there's so many things, services that you can do, hobbies, and shit. Like, how many racetracks are in this country? 3?
3, yeah.
That's silly.
But you can still access them.
You can't really.
You can, yeah.
You can't really, because there's normally a huge waiting list for them because there's only 3 of them.
No, but like a Mondello track day.
And they're much more expensive and inaccessible.
No, they are prohibitively expensive.
Yeah,
yes.
and inaccessible.
Hobbies are prohibitively expensive in this country.
In this country.
Yeah.
So this is why, if you ever, we need to go over to America, lads. I'm telling you, you will never be bored.
Don't want to go to America.
No, I really, really want to go. I want to shoot pigs out of a helicopter.
Do you know what I want to genuinely go to a firing range and let off all sorts of everything.
You can do that here.
No, there's the ranch in Texas.
Right,
you go, you pay, they fuck you. You do your shooting range. You get used to the gun. Hop you in a helicopter and they bring you up and you shoot wild hogs from the helicopters. They're a pest control thing.
Yeah.
They've turned it into an entertainment business.
Nice. See, that something like that sounds like a bit of crack.
Yeah, but you see, a lot of the problems. Do you remember here in the 90s in town there was a quad place?
Yes.
As you head out to Castle Pollard way. The insurance shut that down.
Yeah,
overnight.
insurance shut down everything fun. They
Yeah.
just got everybody claimed and sued. We are the Sioux Nation.
Well, there's they do over in Florida a helicopter ride over the bayous.
That's the top of the hour.
And it was only $25 a head. In this country, to get on a helicopter,
€2,500 an hour.
Yeah. But versus $25 a head.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. We have shitty services in this fucking country. It's boring as hell.
No, but like,
It is
if you go to
pretty
Dublin,
boring.
like, there's indoor airsoft, paintball, there's go-karting, there's climbing walls. There's a lot of amenities around Dublin, but they're all very expensive.
Well, you see that, what's it called? Parkour?
Yeah.
Like, parkour looks like great fun.
Don't want to be fit for it.
That's not for you.
No.
That's for me.
Fuck you, how sincere you were. You went,
Yeah, you're not for parkour.
Wait, that was you? That's not for you.
Let's get a lift up bar and see, can you lift your chin
Dude,
over the bar?
No, it was fair.
roll back the clock 2 years ago and I would have kicked your ass in fitness.
No.
I was going 3 hours a day to the gym.
To the gym. Parkour's in the real world.
Oh, no, I understand that.
Gym bunnies get fucked up in real life.
I understand that, but I would have kicked your ass.
Nah.
Yes, I would have.
Many as a gym bunny thought they would have kicked my ass at many physical activities. I reigned supreme.
I bet you I could have what's that fucking thing? Sit-up.
Sit-ups.
Yeah?
Yeah, probably. But I would just sheer determination to beat you, I would.
Like, I would genuinely do, for the 3 hours, I'd probably do about 1,000 sit-ups. mix them in between me workout.
If we sat down to do it in a competition format, yeah, you probably do your reps more successfully and better, but I'll get to the 1,000. I'll be dead for 3 weeks and probably need abdominal surgery, but that's the kind of person I am. I'll just go till I burn out.
Yeah.
I'll go till I'm dead.
Yeah, but I guarantee you would have burned out quicker.
Yeah, but I would have kept going. That's the thing. There's a shell of a car finishing the race.
I exactly.
Skidding in past the finish line.
Exactly.
On its roof.
But that's my problem. I would die before I lose.
Same.
I'm the moron that would die before they lose.
So are you still going to throw it down then, or what?
Not in this condition. Are you fucking mad? I can't.
I'd slice him in half.
I was, swear to God, I was sitting on the couch last night like this. So if anybody's looking, just this is the way I'm sitting. I'm sitting back like this. And I'm nice and comfy and the legs are out straight. Like, yeah, that's nice. And then I went to sit up. And I went, and I was like, what the fuck? Am I having a stroke or something here? Why can't I sit up? And then I really started to panic because I thought, is it the neck or something? And I literally had to start doing this.
Swing yourself forward.
It was like I was momentarily paralysed and couldn't sit up. I have no idea.
You've gained so much mass as your muscles.
He's cultivating mass.
And on that note, we're going to go to an ad break.
So, Billy, does your social media look like a teenager's bedroom?
What? Full of Justin Bieber posters?
No, you incompetent fool. Messy and unorganized.
Yeah, it kinda does. But what can I do about it?
Oh, poor simple Billy. Why not put all your social media in one convenient place?
But gee whiz, mister, how can I do that?
With Social QR, of course. It's easy, fast, and free.
But what's Social QR?
Well, Billy, I'm glad you asked. Social QR is a one-stop shop for personal and business social media users to have all your social media in one place. Easy to set up, easy to share, and fully customizable, with your own custom QR code suitable for digital and print media.
Jiminy crickets, so now it'll be as tidy as my web browser?
So don't forget, Billy, that's socialqr.xyz. And Billy, take down the Justin Bieber posters.
Aww.
Every day, Richie has to drive 2 miles to bum tobacco from his friends. With your generous donation of only $19.20 a week, Richie won't have to sponge from his friends. Text Richie to 521034 to 7591268089 so we can finally tell Richie to piss off.
From its rich traditions beginning when the first AM radio transmission was broadcast in the year 1900 to present day, where radio is still the most listened to form of media and the #1 source for people of all ages to enjoy their favorite music and discover new artists. Sure, the technology has changed, but the concept has stood the test of time throughout history. From the end of World War II,
General Eisenhower informs me that the forces of Germany have surrendered to the United Nations. The flags of freedom fly all over Europe.
to the falling of the Berlin Wall.
Our top story. The Iron Curtain between East Germany and West Berlin has come tumbling down.
To the U.S. entering the War on Terror.
None of us will ever forget this day, yet we go forward to defend freedom and all that is good and just in our world. Thank you. Good night, and God bless America.
Generations across the world are united by music as it transcends all language barriers. It brings everyone on planet Earth closer together. We at iStreamRadio.ie understand what radio has done for the world and would like to thank radio for its 100-plus years of service. Radio has been here through thick and thin. Thank you, radio.
Imagination is the beginning of creation. You imagine what you desire. You will what you imagine. And at last, we create what you will. Don't wait for the right opportunity. Let us create it. When the virtual world of the internet, ideas, dreams, and concepts have become a reality, now is the time to bring your idea to the digital world. MilestoneMedia.ie offer a full range of digital services such as web development, hosting, audio, and visual services. Inspiration has a new platform. MilestoneMedia.ie. Experience the difference.
Tired of getting more screwed over than your cousin Jesse's pig? Sick of those uppity cowboys over at the Irish Insurance Federation? Is your vehicle being overpriced because it's undervalued? Does your annual quote leave you feeling sicker than the morning you woke up beside your sister? Well, leg it down to Leggett Insurance. Leggett Insurance is the answer to all your insurance needs. Bored off the road? No problem. Old lady turf you out and you gotta move your collection of lawn art? That's okay. Underage? Well, shit, that ain't your fault. Our unique style of cover provisions includes a real insurance disc to put in your windshield and the understanding that if something goes wrong, you use our groundbreaking policy. Run as fast as you can before anyone gets your wrench. The golden rule is to make sure you pick up any bits of your car left behind so you can't be identified. Your one-off payment of $29.99 annually provides all of the above. And for an additional $40, we provide you with a full windscreen worth in your very own Leggett disc holder. Just call us on 2800 Yeehaw! That's 2800 Yeehaw! Sail through that checkpoint today!
Itchy, smelly scrotum getting you down. Worried about ball sweat on the dance floor? Well, worry no more. New sandalwood and lavender scented Man Ponds has your nutsack covered. Our unique smell-inhibiting fibrous wadding ensures your most repugnant odors are kept to yourself. So next time she drops the hand, you can feel confident it's not into a vat of nut soup. And don't forget, you can be the sweetest smelling stud in the nursing home with new Man Ponds Twilight Edition for seniors. Order our economy size 86 pack today on manponds.org. Man Ponds, because you don't need to smell any worse.
The Supernatural Dogshit podcast is controversial and confrontational and may cause offense to some. Listener discretion is advised.
And you're very welcome back to the Supernatural Dogshit podcast. Did you just unmute?
I just unmuted my
Good
own
man
mic.
yourself. I can't wait until we have somebody in the control room.
Oh, and they fuck it up and then we're all powerless.
No, I tell you why. Because when I wanted to do my own
Can we
radio...
use the old desk with the delay effects and that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, we have to get a new desk. New, big-ass, expensive thing.
Oh, my God.
But, no, we do, because of phone lines.
Right. The racks will sort that out.
No, that won't sort that out.
No, but the next rack unit will.
Yeah, which is $6,500.
Yeah. Which is going to be cheaper than a big-ass desk. You know how much those big-ass desks
Yeah,
cost?
but you have to have the big-ass desk to match the rack.
Would you not choose a Behringer X32 producer?
I would, if I knew what the fuck it was.
You see what I mean?
Desk.
You'd rather spend more money than learn how to save
and
money.
research.
Aha. You're right.
I was like, oh, here we go, argumentative Doyle.
What can I say?
X32 would do most of your shit, man.
The last podcast was horrible.
And that's not even a good desk.
What?
but it'll
That
do.
middle section, I was listening back to when we were talking about the Jamie Bulger case. Oh my God, man.
You're such an uncomfortable fucker.
No, because I started going and Googling all the facts about it and looked into it. Oh, dude, that is one of the most heinous crimes that was ever
Really
committed.
is, yeah.
And by a 9 and a 10-year-old.
Don't you get... I don't know whether it's just me, but when you start to hear these stories and read up on them, there's a feeling you get as a human being, and I can't describe what that feeling is.
It's a realization of how disgusting humans are.
Terribly uncomfortable. You're like, I know I
Is that
want
the
to
same
read
feeling
this.
you get from like crazy shit videos?
Yes.
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 Because I'm starting to get that now.
Yeah, so when I see somebody die in one of those videos, it's a terribly uncomfortable feeling.
Yeah, I'm like, I definitely over the last maybe 6-7 years, I've grown up a lot and seen just where humans are, the way the cheapness of life in certain scenarios. Mm-hmm. And it's so I just hate seeing bad things happen to normal people who are just going about minding their own business. I want the bad things to happen to bad people. If something bad's going to happen, it may happen to a bad bastard. You know what I mean?
See, unfortunately, because I am such a right winger, sometimes I come across lefties because I just me and death. Even if you're a bad person,
you have to let go of the polarization.
Yeah, but see,
it's the only way forward.
Yeah, I've saw
it gets you to a point.
On that crazyshit.com, I have seen videos of drug dealers having their heads blown off or shot off or whatever. But I still empathise.
I do too, because that was somebody's baby.
Yeah, but no, I am not even with the mother or father of the person. I empathise with them for their last moments and how scary and how awful.
But their own actions led them to that.
I get that. Look, I get
but
that.
when it's an innocent person, it's so much worse.
No, I feel the same for both. I don't know why. I just feel that
It's 'cause you're so far removed from the situation, you can look at it completely objectively.
Objectively, yeah.
Yeah, I can't. There's always that glimmer of emotion in it. And even if they were a bad bastard, there's people out there deserve the worst. There is. They've done things to people that ruin their lives.
Let's say we take a murderer, for example. Let's say a man goes out and he murders a woman in a fit of whatever he does it out of.
Yeah.
And he's never caught. And he lives a perfectly normal life thereafter. And he does a shitload of good deeds and, helps out orphans and all that type of stuff. So later on in life, it's found out on a cold case documentary.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, these family photographs of him smiling, now they're showing mugshots of him, and he looks super evil.
Yeah.
And they make out as if this person was evil their entire life.
But you're going on what documentaries do, and it's anything media. I think there needs to be an education in school, and for everybody, like a basic level of education, to understand media. Because media's...
But what are you saying that I'm doing?
You're falling for the
humanistic side of it.
They're playing off the humanistic side where they're like, look how bad he is, and he ate a sandwich. It's just how we talk about it.
No. See, I don't fall for it, and that's my problem. I don't fall for that shit.
But you're just talking about that, saying, oh, he's all lovely, and now it's all mugshots.
Yeah, exactly. No, but here's the
way
thing.
they portray him.
Yeah, the way they portray him. What I'm saying is, this man wasn't an animal all his life. Maybe his good deeds did outweigh that one bad deed.
Yeah, my problem is, right, when you're delivering facts, is always, remember, people are there for the facts. Stop pushing entertainment value on them.
And that's the problem. With every one of these 60-minute documentaries...
It's entertainment value.
It's the scary music voice comes on.
They're constantly alluding to something's happening, but keep watching and we'll get to it.
But the thing is, they could say the most innate things, like really stupid things, like, the refrigerator door was open.
Yeah, it's
and you're like, why are you talking like that about something that's mundane?
Little segue. Do you know the guy on YouTube who does the scary stories?
Yes, I do.
Everybody does.
I fucking swear to God,
But you'll watch every minute of it to see the footage.
You go look, you will see my name on his videos.
Such an annoying voice.
His voice fucking pisses me off.
Yeah.
But when he's talking and he will say something, I will repeat it after him, and I will talk the way he talks.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
It's so fucking annoying.
But you'll watch I watch those videos.
I subscribe to him.
I love ghost videos. I love supernatural stuff. I really do. I love it. Because
do you love it for entertainment value or because you think it's real?
Both. But entertainment value is to try and spot the fake. I'm looking at him like, where's the string? Where's the string?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to debunk everything I see.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I go with the Men in Black argument. You know the Men in Black argument where he shows them and he gets the National Enquirer when they're looking for leads on crazy stuff, and he's like, what? You can't. Everything's hiding in plain sight. Everything is right there under the tip of your nose and you can't see it. And that's what I love. It's like if you had Randall Carlson, you know Randall Carlson, the guy who goes by the Young Dryas period?
Yep.
If you had someone like him in the 70s, no, in the 80s, approaching like Cambridge University's board of directors and all the peer-reviewed scientists who'd talk about all the experts in his field of geology, they'd laugh him out of it. And they did it again, but the reason they did it was it disproves so much of their work, and in all the histories and antiquities, all the things where they thought they got it right. And science is not about what's right, it's about what's the best, most provable answer. And when somebody comes in with new information and they're shunned, and then he teamed up with another guy that was constantly shunned for his alternative views and information. You know, there's a lot to be said for the JRE podcast and what they've done for just exposure on topics.
Yes, and that's only because they have the long form conversations.
Yeah. And we're a podcast, but we're not a long form conversation podcast. We're like a really shit radio show.
Yes, exactly. It's like FM 104 on heroin.
Yes, it is.
That's kind of the vibe we're getting.
We had a junkie. No. He's clean. No, I'm talking about the other one.
Here's a question.
He was pointing at himself.
Yeah.
No. You don't owe thousands of euros to fucking everybody.
Here's a question for you. And this is a question that I have genuinely posed to psychiatrists.
Go on.
Why do I empathize with bad people?
Why?
Now, I empathize across the board. I will equally empathize
Well, then that's
with...
why. If it's across the board, it's everybody. So it's good, bad, and indifferent.
Yeah, man. You're just empathetic.
It's like, why does my really narrow fishing net catch all the small fish?
Because lately I've been made to feel when I talk about certain things that I'm empathizing with the wrong people. And it makes me feel like I'm the bad guy.
No,
and
it's
I'm
just when me and Pierce are like, kill all pedophiles, you're like, wait, now they're people too. That's all that is.
Is it?
It is.
Yeah.
You try to. Well, there's things that are still taboo and should always be taboo. I think paedophilia is that taboo we don't break. I think that's the line in the sand for people. I think it's a fine line in the sand. Let's try and take it back 1 or 2 more steps.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I don't like the way it's normal now to be abusive to people you don't know. Like the way members of the general public interact. I know because I've abused complete strangers for just driving like assholes.
Well, I did tell you that there's supposed to be a pill that is being developed for pedos.
Oh, like a chemical castration pill? Or?
No.
It'd be so funny if it was
like
cyanide, but they
hormone
told
blocker
them
or
it would
something.
fix them. It's just a time delay cyanide. So they're like, they all die.
That'd be hilarious.
It'd be so funny, like, joke's on you.
No, there's another 60 Minutes documentary. It was called Pervert Park. And it was basically an area in America where all of these perverts live.
Oh, yeah, they all get
Like,
shipped off. I've seen.
They're not just
documentary on
pedos,
that.
they're sex offenders.
No, this is like a more humane version of the warehouses in Colorado
Yes.
and Alaska where
Yeah,
they keep them.
yeah.
The Supermax prisons.
But this isn't a prison either. It's just a community where they all live and it's like a trailer
Yeah, because
park.
they're not allowed to live anywhere else.
Yes. And the neighbours in the area are kind of okay with them.
Yeah, but like...
one of them was like, yeah, I met them, they seem like nice people, they seem normal, blah, 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 blah,
So
blah.
like Ted Bundy.
Exactly,
He was
yeah.
a stand-up guy.
But one...
Wayne Gacy. He was
John
actually...
Wayne Gacy?
He was a really nice guy.
He was, yeah. He was described as a cuddly bear.
He was described a pillar of society.
But this doctor went in and was studying these guys, and what he found was that
There's a part of the
there's
brain or
something in the brain that doesn't develop normally as a child, and therefore their attraction continues or something to children. I don't really understand it, but what he's saying is because it's an imbalance, we can fix this.
Yeah.
But they have to prove it first. But what they have proven is every one of the paedophiles that they done head scans on
had it.
Were missing this thing.
This part of the brain.
Yes.
So it's a physical thing.
So if it was a physical thing, how awesome would that be? We wouldn't have raped kids. You just go, here, take a fucking pill.
Yeah, but see, the problem is the only people you could treat there are non-offenders that are willing to come forward.
willing to come forward
And
and
I'd say
get
that's a superbly fringe element. I'd say
Or
the only way this would be administered in real world...
Inoculation.
Yeah.
When you're a child.
The only way I could see it being administered real world is posthumously, like as in judge is going to put it as part of the conditions of your...
Oh yeah, like
conviction,
which they used to do with chemical castration. No, but I mean, what about like inoculating against that?
You'd have to check for it first. Like, it's hard enough to inoculate the entire planet at the minute for COVID-19, so let's worry about that first.
Well,
Just stick to shooting paedophiles for now.
How did we get onto that?
I don't know. You were talking about defending the wrong people, and then you went on and defended the wrong people again.
Who did I just defend there?
The paedophiles. You said, "Oh, we've hope for them."
No, I never said we hope.
I don't want hope for them.
No.
I want a world where
Here's
they
the
don't
thing.
exist.
Here's the thing. I don't have hope for them. I have hope for us.
Us?
Yes.
Well, I'm not
Us
part of
and
us.
our children. That's what I have hope for.
Well, I think we're pretty
Because-
safe from attack from paedophiles now.
In fairness, we are. I think I'm past their sell-by
Pedo
date.
bear crying when he sees your 18th birthday cake.
In fairness, though, if you had known back then what you know now,
Yes.
would you have not been on a plane over to America and going, here, Michael, I believe you like little boys. Just give me a couple of million
Oh
quid.
man, what? I'd send them like a catalogue of me in loads of different outfits. Like, this will be me on arrival. This will be us on our first night.
Richie in a little fireman's outfit or a policeman's outfit.
Little paramedic dude. Like, Michael, I got the medicine. Yeah.
Oh, look, he comes dressed as a swashbuckling pirate.
Or his favourite person, a plastic surgeon. Bring over a bag of noses.
So the answer is yes. Obviously.
Yeah, I'd let him hang me out a window, show me off to the reporters and everything.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I would be Billy in his jeans, baby.
Richie, are you okay?
Yes, I am. I would be A-okay with a 19 million settlement for him.
What was the black comedian's name that told all the jokes about Michael Jackson? Hilarious.
Bernie Mac.
No. He disappeared for like 12 years.
Oh, Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. He's hilarious. The funniest thing I've ever heard him saying about Michael Jackson was, he said, I don't believe Michael Jackson is a paedophile. He said, I'll tell you why. Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
He said, Macaulay Culkin.
If I was a paedophile.
I'm not a paedophile, but if I was.
No, it's Dave Chappelle. We're paraphrasing. It's okay.
But
again, back onto your favorite fucking subject.
I didn't bring this shit up.
You just did.
Hold on. I would like to point out, I did not bring up the paedophile topic. I did not. What I did,
You brought up Dave Chappelle's joke about paedophile topic.
You brought up the original paedophile topic.
Yeah, and then you brought up MJ.
I hadn't touched that, and now I'm reminded of the joke, which we should explain to the audience because they don't know the joke. We just gave the punchline.
Yeah.
So Dave Chappelle says that there's no way that Macaulay Culkin, there's no way that these two boys were telling the truth because of Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay Culkin has openly stated several times in the public that Michael Jackson never done anything with him or around him that was in any way dubious.
Do you want to know exactly why? And I'll tell you right now.
Why?
Because Macaulay Culkin's father and Michael Jackson's father were very similar. Macaulay Culkin's father is well known amongst Hollywood at the time that he was a nailing bastard. Macaulay Culkin's one of like 4 or 5 kids.
Yeah.
He was the only one with a bit of talent or fame. Father drove him into acting. Father was an agent. Father milked him, robbed him. Literally, his father's job was milking his child for money.
Lovely.
And he used to beat him. He wasn't allowed cue cards. The reason it all came to light was they were putting Macaulay Culkin on Saturday Night Live. And his father, you get your cue card.
At what age?
He was just after the second Home Alone movie.
They were going to put him on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. You check all this out. You can Google all this.
Okay.
And he wasn't allowed to use cue cards. So the father, you'd be there 1 o'clock in the day to film at 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock on for Saturday Night Live. You know what I mean? Made him rehearse all the cue cards. But that's when it got exposed, where people realised, oh, this guy's a fucking driver.
Yeah, real piece of work.
But all infamous people, Hollywood is full of nothing but tales of woe.
Well, let me finish the joke for our listeners' sake.
Oh yeah, if you want to bring it back to
just
that,
for context. I'm trying to give context.
No, you're just.
I'm trying to give context. It is a funny fucking joke.
It's gone.
It's a hilarious joke, but they need context of what it was. So he said that Macaulay Culkin said nothing ever happened in or around him that was in any way dubious.
Yeah.
So he then said, what was his name? Dave Chappelle. Then decided to say to the audience, he says, "Look, I believe him." He said, because I'm no paedophile, but if I was, in other words, insinuating. Actually, he didn't insinuate. He said it out straight. He said Macaulay Culkin's the first kid that's getting it.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Which, in fairness, is hilarious. And the audience thought this was hilarious.
Because it's a Dave Chappelle audience. What I don't like is any of these really good kind of on-edge comedians, because it's the last bastion for free speech. Even this, we really have to watch what we say. Really do. Sorry, guys. There's stuff I would love to say.
Really?
Yeah, we do. But compared to stand-up comedy...
No. Really? Is there something, a burning thing in you that you would really love to say, but you can't? Really?
Yes.
You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, anyway. No, it would literally just be no good for anybody. You'd be like, oh, pull down them faders, we're done.
But surely the God...
I could go on a 30-second rant that could land us all in jail.
But surely the God living in the shadows like that is not healthy.
I'm not living in the shadows.
It is with your opinion. You're living in the shadows with your opinion, therefore never being able to voice it because you're afraid of the repercussions of the left. And that's what it is.
No. It's repercussions of the law.
Oh.
I could go on a 30-second rant and there'd be you could dismantle it and get me 7 or 8 different ways of what I'd love to say in a big burst. But I can't do it.
But that's terribly unfair also on the audience.
No.
We're never getting the real Richie, and the people...
No, the only people that get this version of me, right, is when we're at a house party and we're locked. I will let it loose.
Yeah, but see, then again...
I mentioned the Chronicles of Richie.
If for example, we ever do get successful, and we're on a talk show in years to come, You know, they're going to turn around and say, well, what is that opinion and why didn't you give it?
And I'll do it then.
Do I know your opinion?
Yeah.
Do I?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We wait. Maybe it'll come out. But anyway.
Maybe.
Free speech, the stand-up comedy. Last bastion for it.
No.
And I'm a fan of all forms of stand-up comedy. I like dry bar comedy. I like blue comedy. I like fucking pre-watershed, post-watershed comedy. I like avant-garde comedy. I like it all. It's amazing. It was drilled into me from a kid because my parents used to be massive fans of Billy Connolly. Billy Connolly cassettes.
Oh, yeah.
DIVORC.
So you're a big Billy Connolly fan?
Huge.
Dude, I never knew that.
Yeah, no, I love
I know his jokes word for word.
Yeah,
he
so
is one of the
many of them.
One of the best comedians that has ever graced this earth. He really is.
Banana boots.
Banana boots.
Yeah.
Did you hear the joke about the wildebeest?
Hold it. Write it down. Write down wildebeest because I was trying to finish what I was saying about comedy.
Yeah.
All forms and all sorts. And it really unifies people. Really does. Like you can drill it back. Once you get somebody who's funny, and it's one of my favourite traits about people when we get into a group. When we get in large groups, we get polarised. We go left, we go right. We fight over nothing. But a comedian can stand up and make you get over your squabble by pointing fun at it, embarrassing you. Comedy can touch. There's like sometimes a comedian goes down a little thing, you think, oh, he's been really insightful, and then he hits you with a fucking
whammy
out of nowhere,
pow,
ties it all together and you've been listening to him for 45 minutes, and he just got you.
Well, see, and you know, but that is the trick to comedy.
Yeah, but the problem with that, comedy was always supposed to be bulletproof and immune to that one person in the audience going, I don't like this.
Well, then fuck off. Get out of the audience.
Yeah, and more and more times they're doing that and they're getting in trouble for it. And I don't like that.
Do you know I got a Facebook suspension? Now, there was the first Facebook suspension that I told you about in Irish classic car drivers.
Yeah.
Why were you suspended from Irish classic car
You
drivers?
said a Porsche had a nice arse.
I said a Porsche. There was a lad put up a picture of his Porsche, right? And it was just the back of the Porsche. And it was one of them ones with the nice haunches and the rear flared arches.
Yeah.
And I just said, nice ass. And Facebook banned me. So I said, I think there's been a mistake. So they're like, oh, yeah, right, we're sorry, we made a mistake. Next day, right, me and, you know Henry, you've met Henry before, and we did the ad for him to try get him an alarm clock.
Yeah.
And I was slagging him on, what was it, Ireland Metalheads Uncensored or something, right?
Yeah.
And he started calling me a Sinn Féin bootlicker, and I started calling him a useless Green Party layabout, right? And we started slagging each other. And in the end of it was like, fuck you, Henry, I'll lick what I want, is what I said. And they barred me for that now. So that's what I'm currently off.
You know why?
And then the
come into
dickhead from fucking Ireland Metalheads Uncensored going, hey man, we don't appreciate that kind of talk. You want to get a band? I said, fuck it, I'm talking to me mate.
Was that Metalhead Uncensored or was that Metalheads?
No, Uncensored.
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 Because everybody is on the right. There's this page, Ireland Metalheads.
Yeah.
And if you like heavy metal music, you're in the fringes. You're not a part of popular culture. So when y'all meet up, there's kind of this, oh, we all like the same thing. Because it's very niche. And it's just got a cult following. And everybody who's metal, it's just like literally, I wouldn't know him, but he'd see me in a Pantera shirt, and I'd see the head in him, and we'd be like, you make best friends, and you just mosh, and you make a new friend. That's what gigs are all about. We go up and down the country, making friends with everybody. And that's what I love about metal gigs. It's not like when you go to like a techno night and there's stabbings. There's never been that shit with metal gigs.
No.
Like, there'd be fights, but then everybody be friends after the fight.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
we bet the heads of each
two
other.
lads betting the heads of each other.
It's just that
finish
old
up at the
rowdy
bar.
kind of biker mentality.
Sorry, I'm slightly distracted by the reversing beep 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 of the truck outside.
Can't hear
Couldn't
it.
hear it.
Yeah, I have one can off so I can hear it.
But anyway, that's the way metalheads are. And there's this page, Ireland Metalheads, and then they started bringing in people from all around the world. And the guy who ran it, this guy Seesaw, and he's quite known in the Dublin metal scene for being a bit of a wanker. He's from Northern Ireland. And
shout out to him.
Shout out to him, Seesaw, you wanker. And basically the page was really cool. Everybody liked it. It was kind of like, because there was the only kind of heavy metal media, it was like one channel called Scuzz, then there was another channel called Kerrang, and then there was the Kerrang magazine, and there was Rock Sound magazine.
Oh, I remember Kerrang.
Yeah, but that was a Metal Hammer. That's where all, what was the other one? There was one that was just for black metal.
Thrasher.
No, Thrasher was a skateboard magazine. There's one that was just for black metal.
I know the one. Can't think of it though.
Yeah.
But anyway, go on.
Anyway, that was the culture, that was the media of it. That's all gone. There's Kerrang magazine still and maybe Rock Sound, but it's all online stuff.
Okay, I'm missing the point.
And the quality's gone.
But it's all about unifying the way we all get on, and there's like a thing where there's always snobbery. It's like, I know so many more bands than you know.
Oh, okay.
I knew them before you knew about them. Yeah.
Or just immediately.
So, but what has this got to do with him getting banned?
Let me get to that. I'm trying to
please
talk.
do.
Right, get to
Get to the fucking point.
For people who don't know, I'm painting the picture. You like the picture
Okay,
painted.
yeah,
Picture's
that-
painted.
You're going
picture
into
has
too
to
much
be painted.
detail.
Scene is set.
A Monet will do.
Kerrang magazine.
But this page started fucking censoring the shit out of anybody using foul language. What the fuck? Anybody being slightly harassing. What the fuck? The biggest problem
Any
with the
sort of
page
Joshua
was, right,
Spear.
the reason, this comes full circle out to your first argument, the reason the page got so soft was all the lonely metalhead guys, because a lot of them, they're usually not the lookers of the bunch. They're usually overweight, long hair, maybe facial hair,
I know
maybe
the
some
type.
really bad tattoos, very poorly dressed.
Yeah, bad decisions.
But the really nice guys.
Yeah.
And they really like metal chicks. And you might out metal chicks, maybe 100 will try, 20 will achieve success. You know what I mean?
It's like the Navy
And
SEALs.
it's such a small population of hot metal viewers, massive population of lonely, ugly
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
And then like, they're all trying to start getting into their inboxes and like being inappropriate with them. And that was the reason everything became super soft and censored.
I always found
Yeah,
that.
but there was another phenomenon on it as well, where it was like they were getting on about the importance of mental health. I don't mean to downplay this in any way.
No.
But when the whole page then, the last
Turned
time
into
I was on it,
yeah.
it was just like constant non-stop mental health posts and no metal posts.
Yeah, and
So
then
it got really off track then. And then I think the Ireland Metalheads Uncensored came out.
yeah, because there's so many people got banned. They were like, well, we want the page, so we'll just start our own page without this guy. And that's how
And now
board
they're
posting.
becoming that way.
I got barred. A couple of us got barred from Irish Simpsons fans at the same time, and I said, "Can someone just start a page without this guy who was banning everybody?" And I got banned, and the guy who liked my thing got banned. Then I got a message from a brand new group of one member, and it was Simpsons board posting, and I was the second member of that.
Cool.
Yeah, see, so what you're
Now
saying
board
is,
posting is bigger than
what you're saying
Simpsons
is the
fans.
uncensored
No,
shower
it's
are gone censored.
Yes.
Irish Simpsons fans with blackjack and hookers. They're not the biggest Simpsons page now.
They are because the board posting people got infiltrated.
But I also got barred off Ireland Simpsons fans for mentioning the censorship. And they kept taking down my comment. So the third comment and the last one I left with them, I got a screen capture of it, was, look, I'm sick of the censorship on this page. I'm going over to Irish Simpsons fans with blackjack and hookers. Up yours, children.
I got barred from CompuGlobal Mega Hypernet, New Zealand and Australia. I got because I wasn't.
Is rock bottom still a thing? 'Cause I
Rock
don't-
bottom's still a thing,
Is it? 'Cause
but
I've
I'm
not
barred
seen
from
that.
it. I'm barred from all the Simpsons pages. For
I know
posting-
how you felt earlier, by the way.
Because I'd be on
You,
Reddit.
know, you were looking at the sitting room couch chat going on there. That's now you two.
Anyway, there's people who'll get
No,
this.
no, you're
But
fine.
We're
No,
talking about
I
social
like
media.
this.
But with all the Simpsons pages, I got banned because what I'd be doing is I'd be on Reddit. And you get the really naughty Simpsons ones.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be really like people
Or
wouldn't
really
post them
dark-
there, but they
dark
post them
Simpsons.
there.
You mean it's like Marge get sucking?
No,
bark off?
no. Like they'd be like just say
That's the thing.
I know.
No, but there'd be this guy Andy Creaku, and he'd be always robbing people's memes and then watermarking them as his own.
Right.
And people were like making memes about him, like photoshopping him into memes. And I like shared one into a thread ragging on him, but your inbox would explode and then you're barred. So you'd have like 144 notifications, but you can't see one of them because you're barred from the pages they're in.
Yeah.
It's really annoying. But
I've only ever got banned once.
Where?
And that was from YouTube.
the ban that annoyed me the most was Irish Meme Coalition.
Why?
Because there's raving lefty lunatics in this country, and there's raving righty lunatics in this country. And when they get into Facebook and start arguing in these closed private groups that might only have 900, 1,000 members, and there's people that will literally type paragraph after paragraph of being these condescending Mount Moral High Ground wankers, right? And you argue with them all day. But I noticed there's this one guy, his name was James Doyle, because he's a piece of shit. And every time he comment, this guy Seamus, but Seamus was Eula was a clear fake account.
Yeah.
And he just loved triggering righties, but was talking about how Ireland's going to become this communist country.
Yeah.
But I fell for it so many times. But what I realised was, when you get into an argument with both these guys, one guy would respond, he'd get burnt, but then the other guy would save his ass. And then you'd burn him, and then the other guy would jump back in and save his ass. And then through a little bit of detective work, I found out it was coming from the one guy.
Ah.
How sad is that?
Well, in fairness,
he would interact with every single comment, every single post, and this was a very active page.
He clearly had nothing to do.
But I got barred, right? Remember when that chick threw the milkshake over Leo Varadkar?
Yes.
In a 1,000 comment thread, I put in, pity it wasn't acid, the bastard.
Okay.
Right? Just being my hateful self. And someone put a question under it, and I got like a heap of reacts. All the righties were like liking and hearting it, and all the lefties were like angry face and laughing at it. Another haha react is the most passive aggressive react you could use. And I was like, well, it's like, yeah, he does. He's a piece of shit. And he's Indian. I think it would be kind of ironic.
Well, you can kind of see why you get banned for a
but
comment
someone's
like that.
No, but when the lefties are calling out for gas chambers in Ireland to gas all the righty lunatics.
Yeah, but you can't justify your behaviour by the standards of what they're doing.
But
no, but you know what you can do?
I'm allowed to partake in the conversation at their level and standard of conversation
fine,
and not be barred for doing something just as bad as what they do.
If you turned around and you said to me, I'm a bit of a troll, I go, okay, because I can understand that. Because I'm the master of trolling. I've trolled so many people, artists online.
I've been trolled and trolled these people back, yeah.
Prick.
Yeah.
I got banned from YouTube. Now my brother should be able to text in to verify this.
085 2727 212.
I got banned from YouTube because there was a singer in Rochford Bridge and his name was Chris Lockria.
Yes.
Now you probably know him.
Yes.
But I knew him when I was younger. And we never got on.
He had a doppelganger that worked in Danny Burns.
That's right. But we never got on with each other. We never liked each other. He was a singer. He's an okay singer. And one night my brother rings me up and he said, did you see Chris Lockria has a shitload of videos on YouTube? And I was like, no.
This is back when YouTube wasn't so much.
6 hours. 6 hours of going through every one of his videos, every one of them, and leaving unbelievably terrible things, like terrible things about how... no, I can't. I can't.
Oh, no, Aiden. That's really sad. There's things you can't say.
Okay. How he should dispose of his own life. But, like I said, even worse things about his mother.
Yeah,
like,
online, you were an online bully.
I'd be like being a bastard about it, but it was hilarious at the same time. It was trolling with jokes.
Yes.
So it wasn't a case of, oh, go kill yourself. It wasn't that at all. You know, it was a case of putting humour in there as well, because it was like, me and my brother were like, who can be the best troll here? So I was landing blow after blow after blow after blow, until eventually Chris Lockria had to shut down his YouTube channel and restart it all again.
Wow. He's sack his hairstylist, man.
I know.
15-year-old emo boy is just doesn't work on a 40-year-old face.
He thinks he's Rod Stewart. That's what pisses me off.
Yeah, but Rod Stewart has the crazy Karen haircut. He has the 15-year-old emo boy haircut.
But he does a lot of Rod Stewart.
Or do emos exist anymore?
No.
Yeah. No, it's kind of a bit of a resurgence. Has it? Yeah. Not to traditional...
is that because
not the
My Chemical
MySpace...
Romance were going again?
Yeah, not the MySpace...
Bebo fucking crowd.
Fucking... You know, remember that emo? It's not like that. RAR XD.
That was a conversation killer.
Yeah, it was. RAR XD.
No, I literally saw two production crew at a festival one time and they were talking to each other like that.
It's cute though, but at the same time you're like, I really want one of you to die and leave the other one on.
I really just want to know where the whacker is. Where's the tool shed? Point me to the tool shed. Oh, RAR XD, fuck off.
Nah, I think none of the less than lethal.
What are you fucking talking about?
There's like those emo like super mad pink hair.
Oh no, I
black
get
and white
the emo
stripes,
thing,
but they used to talk to each other like
that last bit
RAWRXD. You know that RAR XD, super cute. It's an internet subculture.
No idea what you're talking about.
You're too old.
It's kind of like you were talking about the young lads over in the UK, the way they'd be talking amongst themselves. You know, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Blood and famine.
It's just another version of that.
But I do love the roadman life.
My fat folds are getting huge.
You need to get a bigger chair.
No, I need to get fucking bigger jeans. Like I'm like muffin topping.
Oh, your chances of meeting Donald Trump have just improved.
Why is he?
Because he's no longer president and he owned land here in a golf course. He might think, oh, fuck this.
Yeah, because imagine me and Trump out playing a game of golf.
No, imagine Trump out playing a game of golf and you running up like a fanboy to him.
Tackling them to the ground.
Mr. Trump,
tickle me, Uncle Donny, tickle me.
Tell me I'm better than Stephen.
Fuck you, Stephen. You've never talked to Trump.
Picture you, Donald Trump, said to Stephen Crowder, you wear a T-shirt, I beat you, Mr. Crowder.
Crowder's very funny.
He's funny, right? But when he does those
He's
attacks,
smart.
when he is,
Oh, fuck.
problem is he's
Oh,
not
Prince needed-
as smart as he thinks he fucking is.
Yeah.
He is. He's smarter than you think he is.
No. Listen, people get smart, right? And they become self-aware of how smart they are, but they're blind to what everybody else can see because they're too busy being a scheming little bastard.
No, because he shuts down their arguments with a valid argument.
Right, but did you ever see the video of that guy who went around to boxing gyms and he wanted to spar with the best fighter?
Loved it.
Right, that's what Stephen Crowder is in the intellectual world. He'll go and prepare, then he'll jump on some.
You're being very unfair.
No. So is he.
No, you're being very unfair, Richie.
He will jump on the most unwitting, stupidest people he can find with his loaded argument.
Okay.
He's ready to go. It's like deploying a SWAT team against a bunch of drunk frat boys having a fist fight.
Would you rather him not be ready to go?
Yes, because the people he's going up with aren't ready to go. I'd rather.
So an unproduced show.
No. I want to see Stephen Crowder go up against Ben Shapiro.
That's fine. Why would he go up against him? They've nothing they really disagree about. So
what?
There's nothing they really disagree about.
I heard Crowder's
apart from the whole
Ben
Christianity
Shapiro
thing.
will get. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Even that one topic, that's all you need in a loaded argument when two people are bringing
I
in.
have seen him debate really intellectual people.
And he's allowed to, and that's cool. He does it. But when he's at a college campus, you have to remember the people he's.
Dude, I'm going to the college campuses.
Yeah.
Easy pickings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You get these people that just got this new lifestyle, this new ideology, and all this new bullshit that goes with it, and they're super for it.
But here's the thing: you're making out that as if they are his only. What we laughing at?
Well, Derek's just pointed out something about that singer from Rochford Bridge.
Yes.
Where he says, well, the kick in the face you gave him didn't help your relationship.
I wasn't going to say that.
Is that the bit you didn't want to say?
That's the bit I didn't.
So why did you kick Chris Lockery in the face?
Right. So I was working in Leicester's bar in Rochford Bridge.
Yep, Leicester's. Now it's so confusing. I was told to meet somebody at Leicester's when I'd never driven to Rochford Bridge before. It was the first time driving to Rochford Bridge, meet somebody at Leicester's.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
sitting
it's not
outside,
a big place.
sitting outside the two pubs, and I was like, "There's no fucking Leicester's here. There's Listers."
Yes. Listers. Yes.
It's Lysters. When someone says Leicester's, I'm looking for LES.
And what do I call it?
Leicester's.
Is it?
Everybody in the bridge calls it
All
Leicester's.
right. So Leicester's, anyway. I was working there, and after hours, you can have a drink. This is back in the day.
No, this is country pubs.
Yeah, it's country pubs. So I was drinking, and there was a bit of a lock-in going on. And Chris Lockray asked me to sing a song. So I sang a song. He said, geez, you can sing, you're a good singer, blah, 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 blah. And then got very pally, touchy-feely with me and was hanging out of my lip all night. So I went outside. I don't know why I went outside, but I was sitting on the wall outside, and Chris Lockray gets down on his knees in front of me and starts serenading me. And with that, my foot came out.
You kicked him straight in the face while he was singing.
Unconscious.
Oh, you're such a piece of shit.
Unconscious. It was, what the fuck are you doing? I was 17. Fuck's sake, I didn't know any better.
Fucking gay vibes.
I didn't know.
Leading a man on all night, like kicking him in the face.
What did he do? What did he expect me to do? Get all wooed by him?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm wooed now. I didn't like dick before, but
You didn't like it before, but you're singing to him. Singing Garth Brooks to a man. And then when he gets down on his knees and sings back to you, you kick him in the face.
Richie, do not fucking make out as if you wouldn't do the same thing.
I wouldn't lead him on.
I wasn't leading him on. I was being a normal person. I was asked to sing a song.
You're so homophobic.
I sang in front of
No, in the literal sense, you're afraid of a gay person engaging you.
I'm afraid of a gay person
engaging
inserting into me.
Engaging.
Engage. Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's an out hole. It's not an in hole. You know.
But I poo from there.
And there's not a hole. I mean, I can barely stand the look of my own penis. Why would I want to see somebody else's? Could you imagine holding another man's dick floppy in your hand?
Only if it was detached from his body. And I was like holding onto it to put it on ice for him, or to like go, find the dick, there you go.
But like, why?
I don't know, man. If you've seen a severed cock and balls in the ground, you're not going to pick it up and take a picture of it.
No, I'm not.
Like, the whole thing of like, I can feel it getting hard in my hand. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Stop doing it. You're there. Oh no.
No. What's it? And we just work the shaft as well.
Oh man.
No, I'm not homophobic. Fuck you.
Right then, we're going to go to the George as soon as it opens again.
I've been in the George.
Can that be one of our challenges? See who gets hit on the most in the George.
You will. Don't be fucking stupid.
No,
of course
you will, man.
I'm a fat old man.
And the George will be full of other fat old men. They're like, I won't have a chance with him. I'll go for him.
What the fuck? What did the gay community call young fucking men?
Wetzers.
No. The guards here arrested somebody in Ireland years ago because he used this term in his search history. And it sounds like something pedo-esque, but it's not.
What, Red Boy or something?
No, it describes like a teen, not teen, like 18 to 20. Bollocks. Oh, I can't think of it.
What, like that thing Emilio Yiannopoulos was talking about and he got canned?
Yes.
Yeah, that's that thing.
Fucking hell, but there's a term that
younger lads going off with older fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why am I talking about that term?
I don't know.
Where are we going with this?
I have no idea.
Yeah, but the term for a woman of that age is a Twinkie.
That's it, twink. Thank you very much.
It's Twinkie for a girl and twink for a boy.
Yes, so twink.
Okay.
Why the fuck are we talking about twinks?
I don't know.
We were talking about
Gay
you being a
people,
massive
homophobic.
raging homophobe.
Yeah, so why are we talking about twinks then?
Because we talked about the George, and then you said something about what. Because we were.
Oh,
like,
you're a twink.
I'm not a twink.
You're kind of a twink.
I'm 31, man.
Yeah,
I'm
but
a bear.
But the thing is, no. You'd have them all
too
hanging
old to
out.
be
with you.
toy boys now, Richie.
They're all. Man, I literally every time I go to a nightclub, I have a guy hitting me, and it's the most uncomfortable thing in the
I will
world.
walk into the George in front of you with a megaphone and do and tell them all what you work at.
Damn it, everyone's going to know I'm a penis model.
There would be bits of your arse found all over the place.
Look, it'd be a great way to go out.
Would it?
An exploding scene.
Bukkake.
It'd be coming out everywhere.
It'd be like that bit in was it Big Trouble in Little China where the guy explodes, just swells up and explodes.
Yeah.
Or scanners.
I think you would be all right with it, Richie.
Look. Your poor wife.
So, how exactly am I homophobic? I need to get to the end of this because he called me homophobic the week before.
Yeah, because you're completely afraid of
I'm not
homosexuality.
afraid of gay people.
Then why did you kick Chris Locker in the face?
No,
Talk about a knee-jerk reaction like, wham, you kicked him straight in his face.
A phobia is an irrational fear. I don't have an irrational fear of gay people.
Oh, you have a rational fear.
I have a rational fear of having something placed inside my ass or...
Yeah, but like this is... Hang on, you're going on saying earlier on the show that, all men can't be called rapists through this rape culture thing. Right, but then
I never said all men can't be called racist.
No. Yeah,
what if there's gay people that don't actually copulate? What if they're just?
Let Mr. Harris get into his point.
But you're going around saying not all men are rapists. Then you're having the opposite attitude towards gay men. All gay men want to rape him.
Yeah.
Oh, did I say that? This fucker was serenading me. So I knew what
he was serenading you. He wasn't unzipping your trousers.
I know what his
You
intent
misread the
were.
situation through your cognitive bias.
He wanted to start a band with you, man. You dashed his dreams.
After years.
And you let him on all night, man.
After years of looking back at that scenario,
you fanned the flames of gayness.
I should probably not have kicked him in the face. I do agree with that.
No, you should have, because it made for a great story.
Boy, he was irritating me all night, and anyway, and it wasn't because he was gay. He was in front of me, and he's not gay. That's the funny thing.
How uncomfortable would you if I told you I was in love with you and I wanted to fuck you? Would you be like, oh, but look, I could do worse?
You two make such a cute baldy
Here's the
couple.
thing: from my silence, you should be able to tell that would be the end of our friendship
and the start of a swinging romance.
Ooh, no, you have a soggy arse.
No, I can immediately tell just by your demeanour. You immediately become uncomfortable.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
No.
don't ever tell me to code to your
for all
door.
the lurid details, call me after the show, yeah?
But there's so many people who genuinely are convinced that I'm gay.
Yeah.
So many people.
I've questioned it.
My sexuality?
Yeah, a heap of times.
Really?
Yes.
Right, why? Give me an example.
The amount you masturbate.
Oh, I love it. But why put the effort in, like, for a single man? Why put the effort in and going onto Tinder, chatting up some board, pretending to be nice to her, blah, 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 blah.
Well,
2 or 3 days fucking later, you meet up with her.
You don't pretend to be nice.
You do.
No, you do.
You do.
Yeah, but that's you, Evan. you have to remember the majority of guys can be
99%.
They are sleazebags. I know so many dudes, and they do the wrong thing, but it's not wrong enough for me to chastise or interject. You know what I mean? But with Tinder,
Men being men.
especially, like amount of guys, I know a lot of chicks
Tinder's
on Tinder,
paying the
like
whole anyway.
they're like single girls. I know them, like friends of my missus and friends of mine and stuff. And the amount of unsolicited dick pics.
Yeah.
And there's some girls getting them, and I'm like, you're getting unsolicited dick pics.
Oh, look, it's very easy. I've sent dick pics to women that I would never shag. I have, yeah.
My youngest brother,
Because I was at the stage of getting desperate and going, there's nobody replying back.
my youngest brother had no credit on his phone. And one day, Ma was scrolling through the pictures on her phone and found a heap of dick pics.
Oh,
He was sending dick pics to his ma at the time.
No.
And it's just so funny. I remember I've sent a few dick pics, but they were requested.
Yeah, mine are all unsolicited.
Yes.
Always.
But like, some girls can't handle that shit, man.
No, and some guys.
But
So
my
back to-
favorite,
wait,
my
wait.
favorite thing about, I was getting to something with the unsolicited dick pics. My favorite is being friends with these chicks and them showing me the dick pics and laughing so hard at their inappropriateness that they think to send us. It's like, you know, the country's
And
like,
most unsexiest pics.
yeah, but the most ugly
There's no
penis.
such thing as a good-looking dick pic, anyway.
No, but I mean the most unflattering as well.
Oh yeah. Richie,
No, thanks, Richie.
No, but it's perfectly groomed.
Richie's just listening to you. You're on camera.
It's perfectly groomed.
You forget there's a camera there.
You
do. But back to, so you think because I masturbate, and that was my point.
No, that was just one of the points.
I jerk off.
The way you like nice things.
But-
The way you like flashy, expensive glitz. The way...
I piss in bottles.
Yes, but
can you please stop doing that and stop leaving them in the garage?
I piss in bottles.
Yeah, I know
I'm
you
trying
do.
to build stuff in the garage. Don't be leaving bottles of piss
And
everywhere.
the colour of your urine is abhorrent.
Oh,
That's only
man.
after a couple of days of lying there.
No.
No.
No,
It
no.
shouldn't darken at all.
No, it's normally because there's a bit of Pepsi in the bottom of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, okay. That's saving grace.
Yeah,
But
no,
maybe if you're lying to me, you're lying to yourself
No,
also.
I know because I do know that dark pee means you're dehydrated, and that's something I always keep my eye on.
Yeah,
blah,
but
blah, blah, blah.
dark pee is there's blood. That's blood in your urine.
Yeah, but dark pee just means that you're normally dark pee. You wake up in the morning, your first pee is normally dark because
But
you've been
if
asleep
every
all night.
pee you have is dark, there's blood in there.
Yeah, no, I know. I have pretty decent enough pee. Yeah. Also, I was told before, if you go into a hospital to give a pee sample, the doctor said always pee into the toilet first and then
Move your flow into the thing.
move your flow into it. Do you know why? Because most people will put their dick into it, piss into it, and there could be lodged semen in your, if you had sex the night before.
Yeah, or
And
wank a lot.
or wank a lot.
Did you ever get that thing where you're peeing and you get that chalky white pee?
Yes.
What is that?
No idea. It's very cloudy looking pee.
Yeah, and it stains like fuck.
Mm.
You know, you like shake it and then you got all these like white speckles all over your trousers. You're like, what the fuck?
Acidic pee?
I don't know what it is.
I have no idea. How did we get on to pee?
What?
Why are we talking about peeing ourselves?
Because you
now?
pee in bottles all the time.
Oh yeah, that's no, that's it. Yes, thanks. So yeah, the whole homophobic thing.
Yeah. You hate gay people.
So, how? Give me one thing that
You
I do.
get uncomfortable.
With
No, but when I first met you, I started to, oh shit, this guy's a bender.
I saw you going around before.
I was like, he's befriending me. I've had a lot of guys befriend me.
I haven't heard that term in years.
No, but I've had a lot of people befriend me, and I'd be like, oh, right, shit. Bail.
A bender. Yeah, thanks.
No, there's nothing worse than when a man puts his hand on your thigh like that and looks at you with that
Oh
look.
no! See, the thing is, here's a story that
But
I've
knowing someone's won you over and you think, oh, it's just another dude, and then that happens, and you...
Here's a story that I have never in my life told anybody, and I'm about to do it
Right
air.
now on air.
Yeah. So, when I was working in security a long, long time ago, I was only like 17, 18 years of age. I was working in that house where those two women were murdered. I think I
Yes.
told that story before.
Yes.
So I was security in the house, but there was a member of care staff there as well. And I'd say he was in his late 30s, and I was like this twink presented in front of him. And he was clearly gay because he had the whole flamboyancy of a gay man. And the fact that when he was
The
showing me...
flamboyancy of a gay man.
When he was showing me, I know it sounds like
You
a book.
fucking piece of shit.
It sounds like a book. The flamboyancy of a great gay man. But
Yeah, a book from the 1870s.
however, he says to me, we were talking about how to restrain them, the asshole kids, when they were being assholes.
Yeah.
And he wanted to show me his moves.
His moves.
Yes. And he did show me one of his moves where he asked me to lie on my stomach and then got behind me and put my hand around my back, and all I could feel was his penis digging into my ass.
Fuck that.
And when I say penis, I mean
erect penis.
Erect
yes.
penis.
He's excited.
And
1 second. You keep talking.
What?
Keep talking.
All right. His erect penis was digging into my ass cheek. I was like, ew! But so uncomfortable by the situation and because of my age, I said nothing. Never mentioned it.
And that's why Aiden hates gay people.
I didn't know how to say to him, dude, get the fuck, what you doing? I don't know why I never said it.
But it happens. But it
does happen, yeah. He's looking at me really fucking weird now.
Yeah, I hate to admit it, right? But it helps me understand the argument for women. Because God help, like, you get a girl, maybe she's 21, 22, weighs nothing, fine young thing. Mm-hmm. Any man of any kind of physical stature.
Looking at her like she's a piece of meat.
Yeah, and the fear. When when they're not into it. When it's a guy that they're into, it's amazing. But when it's a guy they're not into, and that's the feeling I get when a gay guy hits on me and I thought he wasn't gay. Because if I know a dude's gay, fine, new best friend, fine. But you know what to do. You know what not to do. You know what I mean? You know, like, you don't solicit.
Of course.
You know what I mean? But like, I could say horrible fucking shit to him, you know, and it wouldn't get misinterpreted, or you know what I mean. When you meet someone new. And that's happened to me a couple of times. I'm like, whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, no, it just makes me uncomfortable. I don't know why it makes me uncomfortable. And it's not my fault. I didn't choose to feel uncomfortable by this stuff.
Yeah, see, I'd had multiple times I've been hit on. There's been guys that were massive. I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
Because like, this guy could knock me out and rape me.
You are easy pickings.
Yeah.
But, you know, the only part of rape culture that I do agree with is the level of fear that exists amongst women for rape.
Yeah.
Men don't naturally fear rape.
Yeah.
Women do.
Yeah, see, like,
especially if they're out walking late at night.
When you talk about abuse with children, it's usually always somebody they know. But with women, it could be fucking anybody they know. Mm-hmm. Any man they know.
Absolutely.
It could be a boss, like the whole Weinstein kind of.
Yep.
Where somebody has power in a workplace over somebody and there's sexual harassment going on. That's a real thing.
Have you ever took a walk down the canals here?
Yeah.
Right, have you ever done it on your own at night time?
Yes.
Yeah.
So have I. Not a problem. Don't even think about it. Women would be, not all women,
but there are
women
people in
would
this
be
town
frightened.
that stop women on the canal and talk to them, and one of them is a convicted rapist. It does happen. But my missus and my daughter went out for a walk last night, and they're like figuring out their route because it had to be illuminated the whole way, and what's the safest. And I always advise them against the canal.
And again, you know, if a woman was out walking at night time and there was a man walking behind her, she must immediately go into a certain mode.
See, I do, right, I can look pretty scary. When I walk fast, head down, walk fast. Mm-hmm. And when you're walking along a path and you're walking and you come up on someone who's walking slow and you're walking, all I'm trying to do is get ahead of them. So they know I'm not sneaking up behind them.
I do the same thing.
But I'd see these poor women darting their eyes and huddling together or pulling out a phone. You know that new tell that people have, that when someone gets socially awkward for 1 second, or you can look for somebody who's scared, just
yes,
pull out the phone, that little security blanket.
Years ago when I was living in Dublin, I was only about 12, 13 years of age. What?
Top of the hour.
All right. I was only about 12 or 13 years of age, and I was coming home from the shops. I went to the shop for my mother, and I went up on the bike. And I was passing by the old folks' home on the way back. And there was an old woman, and she had about 10 bags in each hand. And you could see it cutting the circulation off in her fingers. So I stopped the bike, and I said, do you want me to put them on the handlebars? I said, and I'll walk you over. She said, yeah, please. So I walked her over to the house, and when I got there, she started trying to give me money. I was like, no, don't be silly, you know. And then she started to cry because she thought I was about to mug her. She said, that's what I was thinking when you stopped. And I said, oh, Jesus, why would you think that? A couple of weeks beforehand, she was on the same track, and a guy who I know his name, I know this guy personally, attacked her and put her face straight in the mud and held her face underwater in the mud and beat the shit out of her. She was an old woman.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, her name was Mrs. Whelan. And from that day, I used to go over every 2 or 3 days to her,
just
do her
check in on
shopping,
her,
check her, do her shopping for her, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show that there's an innocent old woman, defenseless, who couldn't protect herself, and someone
preyed on her.
Someone preyed on that weakness. And that piece of fucking shit preyed on that weakness. I would love to say his name, but I can't.
But people like that, I'd love for them to turn around and admit it to me. Like,
Oh, he did admit this.
Yeah.
He was a big man about this. He was.
into his
He was.
business.
He thought he was the local hard man.
Yeah, we had a guy like that here in town, and he broke into an old lady's house and held her at scissors point.
Right.
Held a big pair of scissors up to her neck and robbed her, and he thought, they hunted him down. Turned in by his own.
Nice.
He's sitting in jail now at the minute. That was the thing that broke the camel's back. He used to be regular in the court. Give this young man the best benefit of the doubt. He wasn't raised properly. All that shit. He went and he did that, and that was it. 5 years. Good luck to you.
Yeah, but it is that level of fear that we don't live with. Not from just rape.
Just by being men, it is like a male privilege.
Yeah, but it is a privilege.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, there's the other male privilege that there's gangs of lads and they see a guy like you walking around, well, we'll go for him. They might have morals and standards. They wouldn't go near a woman, but they see a dude and they go for him.
I'm the idiot when I'm out walking, and if I see a big crowd of lads...
You start something.
No. I won't change track. I will walk straight through the group.
Oh yeah, that's the best way
I
to
don't
do
know
it.
why.
And spit before you do as well.
I'll walk
Some
straight
sort of
through the
dominance.
group. No, what I will do is I will make my Dublin accent stand out a little bit more and say something like "Stardy lads," as if to say, "Don't fuck with me."
Yeah.
But clearly they would be able to kick the shit out of me.
About how you carry yourself.
Yeah.
It's like pack of fucking. I look at them like packs of wild dogs.
Yep.
You
have to assert yourself.
Not even that you've asserted yourself. You just have to remain you. Don't. If they see you and they see that their presence has an effect on you.
And then again, you're right, because a woman would probably be able to walk through there without hassle.
Yeah.
Whereas a guy probably would get hassled quicker because he's a guy.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know.
Easier engagement.
Yeah, Evan is starting to fall asleep. Sorry, Ed is starting to fall asleep over
No, but
there.
just again about the man-woman thing. Even a woman, show no signs of intimidation. Just. The thing is, like, if you go, like, the thing with bully mentality, that kind of jungle mentality, I call it. That if you try and fuck with them, if you go boo to a goose and the goose, like, you could literally go boo to somebody and they go,
Yeah.
If you go boo to somebody, fuck off, and they get defended. You won't. This is not going to be an easy challenge.
Yeah.
You have to.
It's like cats standing off.
Like, you have to remember, there's one thing I always tell myself, whenever I see imminent danger or something like that, a group of people or a bad social situation thing, well, the worst thing you can do is be a little bitch.
Yeah.
I just say that to myself. If they're going to attack you, they're going to attack you. They may as well attack the fucking worst mistake they made. You know what I mean?
But does it take an extra special type of moron to walk towards the danger?
Yeah. Because you'd be like,
that's pure ego. That's all that
you
is.
get them people that can't let a fight lie.
Yeah, but I'm talking
just
about...
have to go and get stuck in and keep fucking picking at it and making it worse until it all explodes into a big chaotic event.
But what would your advice be to a guy in his 40s who does come across a group like that? Is it avoid them or face them? What advice would you give?
Ignore them. Don't let these people be any effect on you. Do not manifest fear. Just walk through them. Enemies, fuck off.
Yeah.
Keep going. It surprises people when you're abrupt.
No, most disarming thing, isn't it? Well, lads.
Yeah, no, but you get the lads saying, oh, well, and they all start pulling out of you then, because if you say, well, lads, and it sounds sheepish. You meant to say it one way, but it came out the other.
Well, don't sound sheepish then.
Don't say nothing to them. Walk through them.
No, it disarms them then, because they don't expect it.
And
it's like, oh shit, there's an interaction.
On that wonderful bombshell.
Lads, absolute pleasure. I really enjoyed the unscripted show tonight.
Yeah, totally unscripted.
You know, like, literally we had nothing to talk about, and I was delighted. If Pierce was here, we would have got into something.
Yeah.
So all hail Pierce. Just fucking, it was a good one. I liked it. It was a lot of ramble bamble.
It was just banter.
It was great.
Just banter.
It was really nice.
Yeah, so if any of our listeners, by the way, do have a recommendation for our studio, how it should look, or any of that type of stuff, whether it be down to a name or suggestions.
Name for the
Frank
fucking show.
did have a suggestion for the name.
Why didn't you read it out? With
The Salty Dog Podcast.
I'm reading it now. No, that's my fucking hoodie, you moron.
Oh, yeah. Any more comments in there?
That's what's gone wrong. And the Facebook. Daniela Lingy wants Nathan back. I said that was fine as long as he got to live in her house.
Touche.
Fierce box on the lads. Tracy gave us a shout. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, the Irish Metalheads drama, says Ash. And Terrorizer. That was the magazine.
Terrorizer, yes!
Yes. And what was this? Johandra, I want to fight everyone online, Mr. Harris. That's why. Oh, fair enough. That's fair enough. Well, I can't fight them now, can I? No, Frank had something. What was the devil's advocate
Ash had a name there as well.
What are we doing?
The devil's advocate perspective. That was Frank's suggestion for the name. I'm not reading that out, Meg. Also, no, that's pretty.
I don't mind the devil's advocate.
No.
Because that is what I am. I play the middle role in everything. It's like, well, sometimes I take a very one-sided opinion.
Teresa's told me check WhatsApp.
Oh, Teresa sent in something nice in WhatsApp. Is it boobs?
It's not there, Teresa.
Scroll down.
Yeah, refresh.
Why isn't it doing it? I didn't need it. Now it's gone into Derek's thing.
Oh,
It's not
but
working.
Jesus. Yeah, some social media guy you are.
Yeah, well, I don't do it. I don't have a clue about
But
that.
anyway,
I don't
guys,
have the patience for
seriously,
people.
any
That's why I
names?
get
FM
fights
104 on heroin.
The FM 104 on heroin podcast.
We could do it totally. No, we couldn't do that. I was going to say just rip someone off completely.
What about Gadio?
Now we're just slamming words together.
Yes, we are.
Yeah,
Making new words.
What's he doing?
What?
No, I like complete silence at the end.
Yeah.
Complete silence.
It helps me wrap it up mentally. 'Cause I wanna,
Yeah,
like, keep going.
yeah, but he broke the golden rule.
What?
He broke the fourth wall.
No, the golden rule.
Oh, don't touch that. Well, you were getting ready to go anyway.
I was getting ready to go.
Well,
Now,
get on with it.
now I feel
Expect out of
pressured.
Captain Etiquette.
Now I feel pressured to move it on because the music is gone. I'm like, fine then. That's better. Thank you.
I got my 90th back.
You were saying something there before.
Gadio. Slamming words together,
Gadio.
making new ones.
Yeah, Gadio's not going to work.
What about
for many of you.
Word Forge?
Somebody did come up with something really clever, and I can't remember what the fuck it was.
Katie's was The Offenders. That was really good.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. It's a front runner.
But
What was that donkey name I came up with?
oh yeah, but we can't. We
No.
can't because you know you want to get.
What is it?
I don't know. Donkey raping shit eater. That's all I
No.
can think of. That was
That's
South
a lot
Park.
worse than Supernatural
lot worse.
Dogshit.
Yeah, it
Supernatural
is. Yes,
Dogshit.
exactly.
What about SNDS?
Supernatural Dogshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
We call it the
SN
SNDS podcast.
But
SNDS.
why would it be SN? S
Supernatural Dog
Yeah,
Shit.
Supernatural's one word.
Yeah, but what's the S for? Supernatural. Oh, that's 2 words.
Ah, here's what you do. SD2.
What?
And the sign's still valid.
Yeah. No.
I really want to. I just love the name. It's
I
the
love
name.
the fucking name of it, but the problem is, you ring up somebody like I genuinely was in touch
you
with a
saw.
guy who.
That's why I say you were on the SNDS podcast.
Call it no problem.
Who said that?
Terry.
The No Problem podcast. No.
Oh, I like that one.
No problem.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm sure the domain name would be there.
What about no Protestants?
No,
No Protestants.
I'm sure we're
podcast.
excluding some sort of audience there.
It's the best way to be, man. Exclusivity. I don't know what the word means. I just heard it.
Yeah, so if anybody does have any suggestions for a name, text or WhatsApp, or leave it on Facebook somewhere, email. There's loads of ways of getting in touch with us. But this is what we used to have Nathan for. And
Yeah, but
you think
look-
he'd do what I'm doing here?
Yeah, but he was.
I don't know. I don't have enough cocaine in me to do all this.
You can get
social
us
media.
I don't have enough. I don't have enough dopamine flowing through my system to be me.
Where can people find us?
Well, people can find us on YouTube and Spotify and Podbean and.
But the thing is, we're already
Twitter
we're talking to people that have already found us.
Yeah, well, this is it. Yeah.
Ooh.
So, what y'all motherfuckers' homework is, go out and tell all your buddies.
Hold on. Puff. Like fucking puff.
Yeah.
What's the fucking point?
It's like that sign. You are here. Come listen to
pointless,
us.
No.
Pointless button warning. Pointless.
The you are here, but no, the you are here arrow works.
No, I really want to go and doctor all those. You are here. Just keep going around.
But you can see there's benefit that. But what you just said, yeah, what is the point in calling out our name or giving people any sort of information?
Yeah, if you're listening to us, tell other people to listen to us.
Well, I suppose saying the Supernatural Dogshit podcast helps if it's only ever a clip that somebody clicks on.
Yeah.
Oh, we also need editors. Any of your listeners
Video
want to
editing
work
skills,
for free? You know, we run like concentration camp type.
You will be
Workplace.
subject to the best dental care, the best food, great exercise.
Listen, your marketing's all wrong. Guys, you want to come at our video editing Butlins camp?
Happy, merry,
Video
sunshine.
editing, dogging session. I said that to a heap of dudes at work
promise
today.
Aiden will only watch you shower twice a week.
There's a couple of dudes getting into a car to go pick up a heap of cars. And I said, I never get the invite to the dogging sessions anymore. And they're all like, oh, driving away in the car.
So it'll be next Tuesday before we're back on air. Even if. What date is next Tuesday? I think we've only 9 days, gentlemen.
Something like that.
7 days.
7 days. The heat is.
Everyone's moving house this week.
I think you should just overstay.
Here?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but see, he did text me.
Oh, yeah, and was there anything after that snide reply?
No, but I was a bit of a douchebag to him.
You were snide.
Yes, I was.
You weren't rude.
No, I
You were
wasn't.
snide.
No, I did.
You were well, that's the way you want things.
Yes, exactly. That is exactly what I was going for.
I'm okay.
You're
I'm
like
okay.
a pissed off wife with him. You're like, no, it's fine.
You've
Oh,
said
no,
it.
fine. No, it's okay.
No,
it's fine.
Yeah,
You
you've
tell-
said it now.
You tell Sharon. You tell her.
It's literally fucking cutting off my own nose to spite my face.
No, it's not. It's been a lonely house. No, it's all right. I don't need the key.
There's nothing worse than being asked by your wife, what's wrong with you? When there's nothing wrong with you. And then after an hour of her asking what's wrong with you, now there's something fucking wrong with you because she keeps asking you.
Irritated the fuck.
Yeah.
Never underestimate a man's ability to be completely vacant, women. Never underestimate it.
It's like...
Or don't ask us at all, because you ever get your wife, she'll say to you, what are you thinking? I remember, I swear to God, I was in AIB Bank here in town with my ex, and she said to me, what are you thinking? I said, do you really want to know what I'm thinking? She said, yeah. I said, I'm thinking I could rob this bank. I said, I'm thinking if you came in here with zip wires and fucking all sorts of masks, and like it was a scene out of Mission Impossible.
It's like that meme. There's a woman sitting at home and she's like, he's been really distant and quiet lately. I don't know why he's not talking to me. And then in his thought bubble, I've got spark, I've got fuel, and it still won't start. Just him looking off in the distance thinking.
Exactly. But here's the thing.
Because men go around in their heads with a problem.
I did have that with me actually. Sometimes she will be there. Oh, what's wrong with you? Your fear's quiet. I can't figure out what the hell's wrong with that joke out in the garage.
Yeah.
But have you ever been in a position where you start thinking movie scene ridiculous stuff?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time.
Daydreamer.
Do women do that?
I do think Looney Tunes
Yes,
violence.
everybody does
usually.
it. All humans do it.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I've put myself into all sorts of scenarios of being the hero or whatever the fucking
Yeah,
may
when I'm
be.
listening to my favourite band, that's me playing that sweet ass guitar solo. That's me doing all the drums. It's just me in one band. Just 5 Richies just doing a whole load of metal.
5 Richies. The 5 Richies sounds like a band.
The 5 Richies is a SWAT team. There wouldn't be a fucking brick left in that building.
No, there'd be 5 universes crashing in on each other. We need our Richies back!
You caused the big crunch.
The big crunch.
Yeah, the big crunch is when the universe collapses, isn't it?
When it comes back in.
Yeah, the recession.
Because it has to.
But
Big crunch is a part of a healthy,
We
balanced
think
breakfast.
It has to.
that's the best guess.
Mass attracts mass over huge amount of
it's chat
distances.
show.
Yeah, because we've energy, it's separating all that mass. But then it comes back.
And then squish.
But maybe. But maybe.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, but maybe.
For anybody who can't see what I'm doing, tough.
Yeah, I was just thinking though, if one little thing happened different, imagine that when you flush a toilet, instead of that, something comes down and you have to suck it out.
Oh, in the next reiteration of this life, maybe the toilets will flush the opposite direction.
No, like literally the way things are figured out and the way things work, if everything was just engineered slightly differently. You know what I mean? Like standards and practices were just different.
Okay, yeah.
But just
Slight differences.
that don't make sense. But like, that's the whole multiverse thing then going off in my head.
Twin Tower still standing.
No, but like, just the way everything's done. Imagine we had 7 fingers instead of 5.
Oh, here's the
which
question.
was a possibility.
If you could time travel back to stop one disaster, what would that disaster be?
The Emancipation Proclamation. It's a joke.
Ed, if you could travel back in time 5 seconds ago.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
I know.
It was just so perfectly timed. What's the most inappropriate answer I could give? If you could go back in time and stop one thing.
Disaster.
The civil rights movement.
I said a disaster. So
that's the joke.
I know, I get it. I get it.
Oh, I'm just going to keep with my
I'd be
whole-
laughing more if I wasn't on air. But
No, it's just literally, that was a complete joke. That was
it's fine, Richie. It's okay. So what would that moment be?
Oh, none of them. I'd probably throw a few more in for good measure.
He go back to before his dad came and his man just...
Yeah.
Just evaporate.
So, what would that moment be? Or would you even do it, considering the morals behind it or the ethical problems
I go
behind
back
it?
to when Dev went over to the House of Lords.
Okay.
And when they put that gun in his mouth, I'd just be there with and then back to normal time. Just have a picture of them.
So you would affect the past in the future rather than affecting the past in the past. You clever motherfucker.
I've seen the film Looper.
I thought you were going to go in an opposite direction here.
No.
I wanted to chastise you.
No.
Because
No, what would happen if I went back in time?
Oh.
I could go back in time and intervene with something and then evaporate and then come up on myself about to do it and then evaporate and just cause it one of those weird time loops, and then the guys from Rick and Morty will rock up.
Sorry. All I can think of is him in Back to the Future, where he's in the car with his mother, only his ending would be completely different. There would be like deformed babies born. Because he would go, fuck it.
Yeah.
You're young, you're hot.
Did you know?
Yes.
At the start of that film, before he goes back in time, when he shows up to the car park to meet Doc, it's the Twin Pines Mall.
Yes.
And then when he goes back in time to that spot before the mall was built, he crashes through one of two trees.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the film, it's Pine Mall, because there's only one fucking tree. Lone Pine Mall, yeah.
Yeah.
Love
I
it.
didn't know that. And there's so many things in that are like 9/11 fucking warnings. Have you seen that?
Trump warnings as well. Did you see the Trump warnings?
No.
Your man, when he becomes the... Remember the other guy gets
Biff.
Biff gets
Biff
the
gets the
almanac.
casino.
Yeah.
Good movie. Great movie.
Great movie. But I'm really sad Donald Trump is gone, because we've lost the world's hottest first lady.
Yes, and we've also lost the fucking world's most effective president. Most effective.
But look,
the most effective president so far. So we need some better presidents.
Well, I don't think Joe Biden's going to do. He'll
No,
be dead
no,
within-
no.
I don't think he'll
No.
finish. I think he'll die in
Isn't
office.
he like the oldest president ever sworn
Yeah.
in now?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Let me see.
He's the
Wait, is he even going to see the 4 years?
74.
No, he's not the oldest. He's not the oldest.
74, 76.
No, because Ronald Reagan would have been older, wouldn't he?
No, but getting into office. Ronald Reagan was in for 2 terms.
Okay. I don't think.
And
he
didn't
was
Ronald
older.
Reagan do 2 non-consecutive? Who did 2 non-consecutive terms?
It wasn't Reagan. Reagan was consecutive.
Somebody did 2 non-consecutive. Yes.
Nixon went non-consecutive.
2 non-consecutive.
And now I could be completely.
I
wrong.
reckon Trump will do another non-consecutive.
He might get back in if they fuck up as much as.
No,
we
no.
think
What
they're
he
going
has to do now is not fuck up.
No,
he
if-
doesn't have to
He's
become
kind
a
of fucked up
sad
the way it is. Like that
sideshow.
ending was
No.
pretty bad. Like
What-
that was a crazy ending to that.
What Trump needs-
that last season of Trump was nuts.
Well, in fairness, me and you were sitting down one night and we were watching him.
Yeah, but like the thing was,
No, but bear with me. We were watching Trump and I'm going, look at him, isn't he the man? Isn't he cool? He's doing what he's doing. He's fair play to him, blah, blah, blah. And as he closed this big fucking speech, the music of YMCA came on.
Oh yeah.
And he started to do the YMCA and I'm going, you're the fucking president of America, please stop doing the YMCA.
yeah, but
wait,
then
no.
like Biden came out today and like all his top points: COVID, LGBT, you know, all this shit, man.
Yeah, it's right back to all the
All the liberal
Obama
shit.
fucking stuff they were talking about before.
But look, now there's no more race
it's all
issues in
done.
America. It's all fixed.
Yeah, the police who are genuinely racist, they've seen the light.
Yeah.
You know, how very dare they?
You were just about like I'm telling you now, censorship is coming.
Well,
Yeah, we're gonna.
all
see a
I
lot
say
of
is
that,
when I say let's see what mistakes are made, let's let their lefty government do what they want to do. Because I guarantee you in 4 years' time, they will be fucking screaming.
They'll have nobody to pick.
Because they will need a Trump-like character to undo what's about to happen. It's going to become a liberal shithole.
No, it'll be a 2-termer.
What? Who?
Every Democrat president is 2-termer. 2 terms?
Yeah,
Biden
but-
will do 2 terms. He'll be there for 8 years.
No, he won't.
Yes, he will.
No, he won't. Not a
He'll
hope.
die or Kamal will be there for fucking
Not a
6
hope. There's
years.
too many. There's too many things that he is going to unravel. All of the good work that's being done. He's hiking up taxes. He's
Well,
making.
the plan that's laid everywhere in America is going down the road of the state of California.
Yes, exactly.
And
the
New
liberal,
York.
the liberal shithole that
you
it
can't
is.
afford to live in California.
Do you see what they're doing with Detroit at the minute?
What?
They're trying to level 3/4 of it.
What?
Okay,
The whole lot.
fair enough.
75% of Detroit's uninhabited.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, so
dude,
they're
you can buy a house there for $10.
less. You can buy whole streets for $10.
Yeah.
Like, it is third.
Oh,
it's literally.
lads, why don't we go over and
it's
start a fucking
post-apocalyptic.
shite-talking commune?
There's a building over there. I sent this to my mother. Now, if she's listening, she'll be able to confirm. I was looking to buy property in Detroit about 5 or 6 years ago. And there was this building, and it looked like the Chrysler building. Just this massive skyscraper of a building. 11,000.
Yeah, but you think about
11,000
to get that building
What would you do with a
operational, it'd be a
skyscraper,
couple of million.
I own a skyscraper. That's all I wanted it for.
It's like when Bart bought that factory in The Simpsons for a buck.
Oh, I thought you were going to be watching it.
But
I did, and I watched it fall all the way down.
could you imagine like meeting people and going, oh, okay, so you your job is shit. You don't earn great money. You have a terrible life. No, well, I own a skyscraper in Detroit.
Yeah, but it's like me saying I own a farm in Congo.
This is yeah, but still, they don't understand. Not most people don't get Detroit as a kip. It's a shithole.
But no, they're trying to level it now and move people into
Oh, fair play to them.
Yeah, no,
that's about time.
crime.
But you know,
insane.
But you know that Detroit
Insane.
was the wealthiest city in America.
Yeah,
for a
Motor
long
City,
time.
yeah.
Motor City.
Yeah, Motor City.
Motown.
Motown.
Yeah, Motown music. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it was the place to be. It was the coolest part of America. But like, it's gone.
You know what happened?
What?
What happened with the president now?
Jobs.
The Liberals took over.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
jobs
No,
went.
that's
gone.
no,
Jobs
genuinely, that's what
they
it was.
outsourced. They lost a huge share of their market. To
It was all
Japanese
those free
imports
trade
and stuff.
agreements.
Yeah.
When you look at a free trade agreement, it's basically right. Any rights you may have as a worker, you still have, but we're going where they don't have rights.
Well, all of the people, not all, I'd say 80% of the people with the real power in Detroit were black. And I've heard the argument that they were way too liberal because of their own shit that they've went through in their lives, thinking they were a victim of stuff all the time. And that's when they started to be so liberal in Detroit that it just turned into what it is now, which is a Chad.
It's
a
post-apocalyptic
self-policing
place, man. It's
self-policing.
yeah, it's horrible to look
Is
at.
it?
Oh, yeah.
Chicago as well. Chicago's fucked.
Yeah, do
Yeah, I
you?
remember
The
hearing
gun
horror
crime
stories
capital of America
Chicago
is
from
Chicago.
cousins.
Like, I mean, like, there's very little Black Lives Matter movements there when black people are shot every fucking 6 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I
who
mean?
are they being shot by?
Themselves.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right, and on that bombshell.
Pleasure, guys. Pleasure.
I will see you all on Tuesday. It has been wonderful having you.
You
Yeah.
won't see me, but yeah.
Well,
John
yeah.
Cena.
John Cena the second.
Ba, 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 ba.
What?
I don't get it. Where are you going?
Can't see me.
I know,
have
but
to
where are you
go.
going?
Where am I going?
Yeah.
I'll
On
have-
Tuesday.
I'll have the little one.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
bastard.
have to go home.
Right, well, I'm just going to say goodnight to everybody, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Can't.
That's the ad break.